is what? My name is who? My name is Chicka Chicka Sweet. The truth is coming out tonight. Lights on. Camera rolling. Everybody watching now. Digging through the headlines, looking for what they don't talk about. No spin, no filter, just following the clues. If you're looking for the truth tonight, JLR's coming through. JLR investigates. JLR investigates. Breaking down the facts, separating truth from fake. JLR investigates. Whoa! JLR investigates. Whoa! Investigates. Live right now. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it. JLR investigates. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're at. All are welcome here. Where the heck is Nancy Guthrie? 159 days. Nancy Guthrie vanished from her Catalina Foothills home. She has still not been found. Who's involved? What happened here? What's the truth? During the course of this entire case, which many of you followed since the beginning, appreciate that, there has been a lot of crazy stuff going on with this case. In particular, us. We become part of the story. All of us. You, me, everybody. In reference to charges and being targeted and covering Nancy Guthrie, going in front of her home, streaming, bringing a public awareness to all of you fine folks, because many people around the world care for Nancy. We want to know what in the heck happened to Nancy Guthrie, who's involved. I want to share some good news this evening, and I shared this on the Tyler Robinson, Charlie Kirk live I did earlier. Juanita's going to be up in the chat because Juanita got her parking ticket dismissed. Gone. I am very happy for Juanita on that because I told her, and many people told her, fight it, fight it, fight it, fight it. It's unconstitutional. Can't just say, oh, temporary no parking and just have it going on and on and on, and then having them specifically target you when other cars are parked along the street in the neighborhood. But there's even more good news. As I reported yesterday, the juice. We love the juice. According to the spokesperson for the Pima County Attorney's Office, the juice's charge. It's going to be dropped. At least one for now, and I think both of them are by the time he goes to court. I saw something pop up on the docket yesterday. I'm going to share with you it, but it appears like they are in the process of dropping the juice's charges as expected. The streamers are winning the war against the Pima County Sheriff's Department. And it is a war because they persecuted us. And it's me. I was attacked too. Because I take this very personal when I have a specific source within the Pima County Sheriff's Department that told me, JLR, don't go into that neighborhood. They're coming for you if you do. You will be arrested. Shout out to my source inside the Sheriff's Department who told me that. Because otherwise, I would be in the same situation as these people. Who knows if my case would have been dropped. Alex is still going through the process, though. And I don't know I don't know what's going to happen with Alex's case. I don't know if they're going to try to make an example of Alex. But Alex's worst charges are gone. His two original charges gone. He has two more. It looks like they might be proceeding on it, but I expect everybody to be dropped. Now, Alex has a court hearing. I'm going to get him up in the chat, hopefully. Let's see. Look who we got.
Hey. Hey.
You know, I bring you up in the chat, my friend. I saw you. Juanita's coming in here shortly, too. Juanita, where you at? Come on in. Juanita's going to share what happened. And we're just going to keep Nancy Guthrie's name out there and talk a little bit and that good stuff, you know.
Good deal. Good deal.
Yeah. How are you doing?
Doing good. I'm excited to come out in October for our big surprise we have for you in the beginning of October. I'm so pumped up about it. So can't wait.
So
stored for you.
So, breaking news. Ted and Alex are coming to Florida. Hey.
Florida. Hey.
Ted and Alex are coming to Florida, scheduled. And it'll probably be the end of September, early October. Hey, a streamer surprise.
Woo! Yeah, I can't wait.
Yes, I'm looking forward to seeing you come to the alligator state. Part of state. I like the gators though. Somebody said, "Don't lose your wallet in the alligator's mouth."
Yeah, got my new air tag. I'm ready to rock and roll.
You got an air tag on it? You seriously got one?
Well, I don't have it technically on it yet. It's still in one of my rooms. I haven't put it on it, but someone got me an air tag, and I'm gonna do it. I promise. So you kind of caught me up for a minute. I don't have the air tag on it yet, but
dude, I'm so looking forward to seeing you, man. Stoked that this is going to be fun. Yeah, you're gonna. Okay, so. Once again, Alex, I don't know where Alex is. I chatted with him earlier. Hopefully he comes in. Alex is doing well. Support Alex 100%. I'd like to invite you into the water with me. We do some boating. We do some sightseeing.
I know. I'm excited to jump in the ocean and like see some sharks and stuff.
We got them. Anybody else want to come join us in Florida? All are welcome.
Yeah,
Let me do like a meet and greet. Let's do a meet and greet somewhere.
Oh, that'd be fun. Yeah.
Let's go to Disney.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
I don't know if you can live stream in Disney, though. They're kind of sketchy about that. We do some boating. We do some fishing. We do we eat some gator. We go
how deep are we going to be in? What type of, like, how deep is the ocean, like, where we will fish in? Is it pretty deep?
Not deep out there. Yeah, we can jump in, jump out. I get on top of my boat and just jump in.
Oh, perfect. All right, I'm game. And we can see some great whites.
Sometimes. No joke. I go boating sometimes alone, and I put my boat in neutral. I don't anchor it, and I literally get on it, and I just jump off, and then I just swim back to it because it's hardly moving anyway. And it's only like 7 or 8 feet out there, 5 miles, and I'm just out there playing the music and just jumping in and jumping out by myself.
Wow. Okay. All right. Yeah.
I can't wait to see you in a swimsuit.
Yeah.
How's the tummy doing?
Oh man, it's still torn up. It's
see
not
it?
doing. I don't even know if you guys can see it. You probably can't see it there, but it's still got.
You got some good abs to you, Ed.
It's pretty red. Yeah, it's pretty red.
You got some good abs to you.
That's a treatment. It's miracle treatment.
So you getting any side effects from the lipo? Or the tummy tuck?
It still hurts. It hurts bad. You can't be out in the sun. I'm getting hyperpigmentation issues. I'm getting redness, but the person that did it, did a really good treatment. It just hurts. It still hurts, So, we'll see.
Some people said get you in a Speedo.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but yeah, maybe. I want to go after sharks and stuff. I want to jump after I don't know if they have lemon sharks or great whites, or I want to go. I don't know. I just want to jump out and try to tackle a shark.
So we need to get a hold of Alex because I got to find out what Alex's charge. He has court on the 21st, which would be next week. So I'm not going to say I'm going 100% facts, but I think next weekend I want to go back to Tucson.
Yeah, God, I would love to. Yeah, for sure. To support Alex, for sure.
Well, it doesn't seem like, again, the Pima County Attorney's Office county attorney's office.
Right.
They ripped Nanos one. That's what I'm told. They told him to stay the F away from the streamers. Don't do this.
Right.
Don't do it. And probably for liability, civil, criminal, bad publicity, or whatever like that. Mark the Shark, he was out there on the 4th of July in front of Nancy Guthrie's house. Nothing.
Zero. Yeah, I know. I saw that. Nothing.
Now, is our goal to go back to Nancy's house? I kind of want to. Reason being, I still think she's somewhere around there until evidence proves otherwise.
Right.
I'm still going with the mental thinking that she was never put in a vehicle alive and taken out of that neighborhood alive.
Right. Right. Yeah, I agree.
Am I the only one that's thinking that? I'm sure other people are. Some people might say no, but until we get some sort of vehicle.
Yeah. I mean, we don't know. I agree with you 100%. So
now look at this. This is the Juice. This popped up on the Juice's docket yesterday. I redacted personal information. So Troy, everyone knows his name, Troy Bradshaw. He got a court date on the 17th. However, look on the 9th, yesterday. Look what popped up yesterday on the Juice's charge. Application and order dismissing complaint.
wow.
But he faces 2 charges. He faces public nuisance and the obstruction of a thoroughfare. Now, I think what this hearing is for on the 17th, and I have to get some clarification from him, but I believe it will be centered around the obstruction or the obstruction of a thoroughfare charge, not the nuisance, because they said they're going to drop the nuisance charge. But the other one, we don't know the status of.
Interesting. Oh, it is. Huh.
But that, I feel, the obstruction of a thoroughfare is the weaker charge of the nuisance. Or are they just thinking something they can at least get him on something? Because technically his chair was in the road.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense.
Because what is a public nuisance? What is technically, and you know, there was an article out yesterday by AZ Central about
yeah, I've
this.
seen that. Yeah.
They interviewed, I'm sure people reviewed it. I didn't review it on the channel, but they literally brought in civil rights attorneys and First Amendment attorneys, and they pretty much sided with us, the streamers.
Right, right.
You know, about public nuisance. I mean, what is a public nuisance if you're just out there, you know, streaming? Says who?
Yeah, he's doing nothing. Yeah.
He's doing nothing. So, you know, people are saying, you know, obviously money was raised for everybody. And I think it was a wonderful thing that we came together, but the money's going to be used for these still fighting these purposes.
Right, right.
They might not, for him, they might not drop the charges. Alex, they might not drop the charges. Tucson said he is definitely suing them back. Matter of fact, I've been communicating with him in the last 24 hours. We're still looking for a First Amendment attorney to take on the case.
Right.
Still searching. Don't have one yet, but maybe soon. But at the end of the day, they're getting sued.
Right,
right. And, you know, I don't think it's a money grab or anything like that, but, you know, my course of reporting on this case has been significantly shifted due to the fact that these guys got arrested, the fear of being arrested, the fear of being in Pima County in general, about getting arrested. Tucson too, man. If Tucson wants to come to Florida, Tucson can come to Florida too.
Yeah,
the Juice
sure.
can come to Florida. Anybody can come to Florida. Let's have a big get together in Florida. You need to get Tucson. Yeah. Matter of fact, let me send Tucson the link.
Yeah, would love that.
Come up and say hi. Yeah, they definitely. Okay.
Happens in Florida stays in Florida.
Soon, Alex is coming in. Let me send this to Tucson. And Juanita is supposed to be coming in. Juanita.
And she just got hers dropped, right? Yeah. Her parking.
She got her parking, but I want to get the details of it.
Was it with or without prejudice?
I'm told it was with. But it doesn't matter. When these type of cases, with or without, I know the other one's got the without prejudice, gives the prosecution reserve to refile. That's not happening.
It's not happening, right?
No, it's not happening. That's a standard, matter of fact. That's an actual standard.
Right.
It just makes the defendant think in the back of their mind, oh, I better be careful because they could charge me again if they want to, but they're not.
Right.
But I want to say shout out to the Pima County Attorney's Office for coming to this.
Big shout out.
Right? Because they knew it was BS, but it also proved that Nanos lied. And he colluded with his people within his goons to tramp over all our rights to cover the case of Nancy Guthrie. Because personally, I think he's responsible for turning this case colder. We had a lot of momentum. We had a lot of attention. We were talking about Nancy on a daily basis, provoking thought, at least keeping her name out there, sharing theories, speculations. I think the more you keep her name out, the better.
Yep, and he hit us right in the jugular.
Streamers got arrested, it kind of started dying down. And we're in this die down stage right now. And I want to reignite the fire again.
Love that.
Exactly. In this case. We definitely need that. Because I don't want this to go away. You know, I'm covering other things, but I want to be able to constantly report what they're doing and what they're not doing. Thank you, Nancy Adams.
Right. Yeah, he definitely contributed in silencing me. I like was worried because no one wanted to come out there, and I don't want to mess with that. Like I don't want any part of that. So
I'm saying my own family was getting in my ear telling me, don't go. Right. Like, don't do it. It's not worth it. Don't do it. They're gunning for you. Don't. So I have to worry in the back of my head for just being a YouTube streamer, getting arrested on the street.
Yeah.
Simply for just reporting out of the fear of that. Well, it adversely affected me because the reports are basically saying that as soon as complaints come in, and we know the complaints are frivolous or just Karens and frivolous nonsense when people make the complaints. It's just people that feel like they could just call 911 and use it as their personal hotline.
Right. Yeah.
That's what freaked me out. They have some, according to this report, the calls start coming in, and they're saying deputies were called into a meeting with their supervisor, and they were ordered to locate anyone in front of the house live streaming and cite them for public nuisance.
Yeah, that's freaky.
It was already a direct order within the department to just go out there and arrest. It don't matter what you're doing. Just if you're out there streaming, you get arrested. That is unconstitutional.
Yeah.
Cited or arrested for public nuisance. And cite them for public nuisance is a charge. It's not a citation, it's a charge.
I don't want to mess with that.
It prohibits you from going to jail then, but it's a misdemeanor charge. It's not a fine.
Right. I mean, you got to take that serious. Yeah, exactly. So what do we do? Yeah, right.
They were ordered to locate by their superior. Now, who's the superior? Who's ordering? Who's because I'm sure I never want to knock the deputies, right? Even though deputies could hand in their badge and gun right now and say, I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
It's not right. And also putting them in a situation where the deputies could be held civilly liable too for making a false arrest.
Right.
But they're giving orders.
Yeah. It's especially how many like of the pizzas and all the stuff that came to us, you know, it's just that's scary because now they could call 911, make a BS complaint, and they're getting orders to get us.
Personally, I don't think the frivolous calls will happen anymore.
Right.
I don't. Or I don't think they will act on these frivolous calls anymore. I don't. They know that, listen, the DA reviewed probably these calls and probably realized a bunch of them were from people that have nothing to do with that neighborhood.
Right. I agree. Yeah.
If the same people want to continue to do that, I wouldn't be shocked if the tables have turned tables turn and you do something from these callers.
Yeah, they got to. Yeah, for sure.
Now, should we go back? That's the question. Does anybody want to chat? All right, so they're already people are sending me links that they want to chat. I'm waiting for Juanita. I don't know what happened to Juanita. Juanita's Alex said he's going to be coming in too shortly.
Oh, good. Okay.
But do you want to go back out there?
I do, because I don't know. You're giving me a lot of faith in kind of the lay of the land there. I feel like, well, I mean, if the DA is on our side, Mark the Shark was there in July 4th. I mean, I feel like, it's our constitutional right. I mean, I feel like it's for future generations. We almost have to be out there. I don't know. It's my personal opinion.
Let me see if I can find the Juice's number. Got his number somewhere.
Yeah.
Somebody right here, Lori says, invite the Juice. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Let me see. All right, I'm going to send this out to the Juice. Anybody else want to come into the chat? Oh, anybody else want to come in the chat? There you go. Come in.
What about
chat.
857? Send it to.
I sent him that link too. I just came on out. I was supposed to come on an hour earlier, but we had some crazy storms, so I didn't want to do this during the storm because the chance of losing power is pretty great. I didn't want to kill the stream. I wanted to get these done. We got some crazy thunderstorms.
Yeah, I saw some videos. Yeah, they're crazy.
Yeah, well, these things came from the east to the west. Imagine if we're out in the boat and we get caught up into this stuff.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah, that'd be crazy.
But we could go back. We could go back and support Alex for his court hearing if he's required to. I believe he's required to go at this time. Look at this pic that was sent to me. I don't know when this pic was taken, but it's Nancy and Savannah on a private jet.
Right there, right here.
Yes, multiple people have sent me this photo. I don't know when it was taken, but the very first thing that popped up when I look at this, oh, they love each other. Of course, they're toasting the champagne. But then I wonder, is Nancy smuggled on a jet, on a private jet, and she taken somewhere? Seriously. She taken onto a jet and taken somewhere, because we haven't seen really any evidence.
Any evidence she left out? Yeah.
But this looks like they were younger too. It does. It does look like, obviously we heard Nancy was deteriorating. But, it makes me wonder if they've been on jets before. How often do they jet?
Right.
Globetrot or globe. You know what the word I'm looking for. Globetrotting. Globetrotting. Hey, Sweet Opinions.
Hey.
Hey, Ted. Where have
What's up, Sweet Opinions? How's it going?
Where have you been? Hey, JLR.
Howdy.
Hey, chat. Hey, listen, I just think this is, man, you don't want me to say, all this has been corrupt. So now, Nanos don't know what to say. The family don't know what to say. Everybody's just hidden. JLR, I'm with you. I think she's around that area. Where you think she at, JLR?
Buried around her home somewhere.
Exactly. That's exactly what I think. I think she's in that
somewhere close to her home. Very close. Either her area or Annie Tomas area.
If she's not in that backyard, she might be in the back where the tree house is at, buried back there. Or if not
under the pool, septic tank, in trees between Annie and Tommaso's home, the route that she allegedly took.
Yep. I'm with you, yo. And I just don't understand why that the Nanos or the investigators or whatever, I just don't understand why they're not paying attention to what we're saying. Because I know they watching us. I know that, especially you, JLR, you got the biggest channel in the world.
Well, it's not
Why are they not paying attention to what we're saying? Remember when I told you about Mark the Shark in that video when the grass was nice and clean, and then all of a sudden it was like, why are they not like? I just don't understand why they're not burying, like, dig the whole damn house out.
Thank you,
Right.
Teresa, for the gifted membership. Amy says, on my way. Thanks for inviting us all. Oh, Amy's talking about Florida. Sweet opinions. Ted's coming to Florida at the end of September.
You coming out, Sweet Opinions?
I wish I can. I got a teenage daughter that I gotta pay attention to, but if she wasn't a teenager, you best to believe I'll be right there with y'all.
Love it. Nice.
I'm just here. I'm paying attention. I have my, my opinions and my speculations, and JLR know that, and I love to mess with you, Ted, because you crazy as hell. But I love to mess with all of y'all. But
Love
at
you.
the end of the day, to be honest with you, it's all about finding Nancy, right? And we are trying to find her, even though JLR is trying to like spread out and do different things. We still got our mind on Nancy. You understand
Absolutely.
what I'm saying?
Let me tell you
It was-
something. Opinions. For me, with this platform, while other things are going on, I'm looking to see if there's any new updates on this case.
I know you are.
Every single hour,
I know
am
you
looking
are.
on the
I
internet
know.
for something related to this case. Every single hour.
I know. And I'm the same way. Like I'm looking at your other like videos that like the guy, whatever you've been covering right now, Tyler and all that. But at the end of the day, in the back of my mind, I'm like, where is Nancy? You know what I'm saying? And then also I'll like kind of hop off of your live a little bit and then go like to Sloop or go somewhere. But it's just like it's not the same. Like, I don't know. Like, I like your coverage. I like everybody's coverage, but I love your coverage. I need you to go back over there, like JLR. I need you to like bring this alive again. I think it's dying out.
It's sad too because Savannah claims they're looking for her mom, but what are they doing? Savannah hasn't been on the show in the last couple of days, by the way.
Right.
Sandy Wool, thank you for the gifted membership, and also Southern Mary. Hey, Southern Mary, thanks for 5 gifted memberships. Appreciate that. And then I want to go back to this comment. Jackie says about Mark the Shark didn't stay long that day. He didn't set up the chair or anything. He just walked with his phone. If you go, don't stay long. Sue Ellen will call the sheriff.
But I think that the sheriff is onto them. I think the sheriff is onto her. I think, to be honest with you, I think somebody needs to call on her. I think she knows more than what she's pursuing to know. I I just don't understand why nobody ain't even been over there like to like search her property, or not saying that she's did anything or whatever, but like she's been really rude and real like,
Sue Ellen's property.
yeah. I really believe that she needs to search that property. She's the one that said that she don't want to show her cameras and stuff, and then she's the one who's been being pissed off and being nasty. So why not? Why not just be like, hey, we got to search your property real quick, or let's just see what's going on in this property. Like, let's be honest. Let's be honest here.
Sue Ellen low key misses all the streamers out there. You know what I mean? Gives her something to talk about. Something to do. She's probably bored off her mind right now. Back to normal. She probably enjoyed going out there and snooping around.
She probably is bored out of her mind, but we still have to find out what's going on over there, because at the end of the day, I think that she was dragged out and she was put in somebody's yard.
Right.
Yeah.
Private property, it could be, yeah.
Oh, by the way,
and the only reason why they keep saying, "Oh, you can't go on private property, you can't do this," is because we can't go on. Well, I'm not gonna say we, because if I was there, I'll be worse than Alex. I'll be on everybody's property.
yeah.
But to be honest with you, that's what's going on. So nobody can search on private property right now. Nobody. So That's a little that's a little sus to me. What y'all think? You think I'm bugging, or
No,
No,
I think it's pretty sus that nobody can search on these private properties. And why have they not like searched themselves on these private
I know for a
properties?
fact there was one neighbor, the one that would pick up trash every morning going down there. His name was Steve. He identifies as a libertarian. He said he F the police, F the FBI. They ain't
What?
coming on my property. And even when they wanted to come on his property, he told them to F off.
Wow. And that sound like
Voluntarily on someone's property, that might help, but you got maybe some neighbors resisting. Did they really adequately search for Nancy in that neighborhood?
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
they
I
didn't.
think so.
They did not search in that area like that, like they should have. That's why these people are hiding things. We don't know if SE whatever, I don't want to say her name because whatever. You already know who I'm talking about. And the other people who's not letting the people go investigate. Guess what? When the FBI and stuff like that come, y'all can't say nothing. They're gonna investigate regardless. But are they doing that? That's the question. Are they really going out there to investigate the neighbors' yards? The neighbors that said no, we don't have um uh uh uh, uh uh, you know cameras or whatever. I think that they should be investigating their yards
Right,
at
right.
this point.
Makes
It's
Unless,
sense. Yeah.
unless they got that piece of evidence that Nano says they got stuff that they have not shared with the public. Unless they have something to show that she was taken out of the neighborhood, but not showing us, because it's
True.
just mind-boggling that they really didn't search the neighborhood thoroughly like that. And not like a grid search.
I'm gonna tell you this. Nancy have not been nowhere. Nancy ain't go nowhere far. And if they did, they took her real far away. Nancy is not. Nancy is there. I'm with you, JLR. I told you this from the beginning. Nancy is either in her backyard or in somebody else's backyard. And if I was you, if I was the detectives and the FBI or whatever, I would go to Sue Ellen's property first, because that lady is doing way too much. What you think about that?
I mean, people behave for whatever reasons. I appreciate you stopping by.
Yep.
All right now. I
You be
love
safe.
y'all. I love you, Ted. Hey,
Love you.
Ted.
Yep.
I ain't got your wallet. Misty got your wallet. Misty's your very Ted.
I just want to say, look at this. All right, I appreciate it. Thank you, Sweet Opinions.
Thank
Okay,
you.
bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
This was back when we were out there, Ted, right? You were out there
Oh,
when
yeah. Yeah,
Dude, they
yeah.
had
The
like
whole
10
squad.
deputies for Juanita over a car.
And she was laughing at him.
That's why they all came out in mass. Like they like Juanita was resisting. Neil Moore says, go back and sit at sheriff and hand out flyers. That's kind of where I'm at, Neil Moore.
Me too.
Like, if
Me
I was
too.
going to go back, I'd be like, okay, let's go back and stream in front of the sheriffs, put pressure on them to get answers, keep Nancy's name out there, hand out
Sheriff's-
flyers.
Yep.
I don't want to just leave this case and just rely on them
Right.
giving
me
us
too.
information when they feel is fit. I mean, but again, it's, it's just frustrating. It really is.
I think we'd be fine going in front of Sheriff Nano's house. Or not house. Oh, here I go again.
There you go
It's,
again.
Here's the sheriff's police station. Sorry.
You want to go in front of them? You want to go in front of them? Looking good, Ted. One News 24 had a post on Brian's of Annie in a graveyard before Nancy went missing. I didn't hear that. You have to see Annie standing. Looks
I didn't
like
hear that at all.
Ted, you're looking spiffy here, Ted. You want to jump some cones again?
Oh, I do. I want to get after that 9th cone. Yeah.
Where's Juanita? We got Wanda. Hi, Wanda.
Wanda, hey, what's up?
JLR. Hey, Ted, how are you?
Doing good. How are you doing?
I'm good. You just make me laugh in front of Nanos' house. Please don't say that no more.
I know. It's the second time. I mean, 3 strikes, I'm out. Yeah, I know.
I know, right? So, did y'all see the TikTok Savannah put out in reference to her Instagram going live on Instagram?
When?
Oh, that I saw it today. Apparently she just made an Instagram and just recently started going live. Her friend Paula somebody was helping her set it up. So now she's all about going Instagram live. And I'm like, are you serious right now? I'm like, okay, straight to the comments. Let me see what the hell's going on down here. And of course, what do I see? Everybody said they're saying, hey, where's your mom? Why aren't you looking for your mom? Why are you giving the YouTuber such a hard time? Every comment went down was the same thing.
Can you send
I
me?
posted it on my X.
Interesting. Well, can you send me the link?
I can try and send it to you, but I posted it on my X account, and I follow you, so you should be able to.
Where's Nick? Nick in the chat? Nick, I'll send you the link. Nick, you want to come in the chat?
I just found it interesting. Like, your mom's still missing, but yet you're focused on going on Instagram Live. Are you serious right now? But I really do think y'all should go back and be in front of the sheriff's department. Like, keep your foot on their necks, because obviously nobody else is going to do it. Well, and this lady still needs to be found.
Again, I think we were in that wave where they were arresting people out front of the house. I'm told they're told not to do it anymore, unless you obviously do a crime. I mean, if you do a crime, yeah, of course, you know what I mean. You can do so, but if it's simply streaming out there, I don't think it's going to get anyone arrested anymore.
I don't think so either, honestly. I don't think so. I mean, I don't want y'all to take a chance. I mean, maybe we could, maybe you can ride by, but I'm with everybody else. I've always said from the beginning, Nancy is in that neighborhood. She is somewhere buried in that neighborhood.
Yeah. Now, we still have private property or something. Yep.
So another thing that's circulating here is some guys claiming, oh, wait, hold on. All right. Wanda, I'm going to let you go because I got Juanita. We'll bring Juanita.
Okay, JLR. Thank you. Thank you,
Wanda.
Huh?
Hey.
Hey, Juanita.
Hi. Hey, Ted. Good to see you. I was going to send out the dogs to look for you.
How's it going? How's it feeling?
Oh my God. It feels like, it's like, I don't know, like everything just kind of crashed in my brain. I don't know how to put it. Like, I guess.
So what exactly happened here?
Well, what happened is, that I subpoenaed everybody and nobody showed up.
Wow.
Oh.
Nobody showed up because they were all scared, and the judge was like, hey, you got a lot of subpoenas here, and where's everybody? And I said, I don't know. Nobody's showing up, and not even the deputies.
They never showed.
No.
All these people that came, all these people out here,
all those people
that were out here,
and
they didn't show.
Transportation director, the transportation engineer, the director of what do you call public works, the supervisor of the print shop. They all probably called up the supervisor.
You subpoenaed all of them to come?
What the hell is going on? Why are we all going to court?
You subpoenaed every single one of them. None of them showed.
That's the loophole, you guys. Take notes. That's the loophole. If you want
to explain the loophole. If you get a traffic,
everybody, including the chief of police and the fire chief and everybody, bring them all in. Bring them all in. Have them all meet with each other, and let's see if the story matches.
Oh, nice.
Well, the good thing is the judge did have a couple of words to say. He was not very happy that they didn't show up and they took his court's time. And he said, actually, he said I was not looking forward to this thing because this looks pretty sketchy.
Well, that's what I was going to say. This, to me, this temporary parking restriction
Yeah.
seems like it's
It's unlawful.
unconstitutional, set up by the county administrator, right?
It's supposed to be set up by the engineer. The traffic engineer at first has to do a study, and like a real study, like, you know, be out there and do the pictures and, you know, justify what they're going to do. There is an ordinance that's already there, and they just piggyback off of that as a temporary situation to make a zone out of it. But that was all Nano's doing. Everybody told me. The traffic director said, I knew nothing about it. The traffic engineer knew nothing about it. The print shop guy said, supervisor said, yeah, Nanos came in here for us to make them they're called Nano signs. That's how they're known to be in the county. So what in essence has happened, and I'm now having a conversation, and I want to continue next week. Now I'm at the state level already, you guys, with the attorney general. And this, what he did is tyranny, because he overrided 4 departments that he has no control over to do a lawless law and make his deputies think that they could cite people, give people citations on something that is not the law. He put event posters out there. That's what those are. Those are not traffic signs.
Yeah, that's what you were
posters.
saying. Yeah.
Plus, those signs are the ones blocking the road, and they want to get juice for putting his chair in the road when these signs are in the road.
Exactly. And not only that, like I told the deputies that night, oh, like you said, I resisted, but I was educating them. I was not resisting. Besides, it took them 30 minutes to figure out what citation they were going to give me. If you
Yeah, and they rolled deep. They rolled like 10 deep.
Oh, yeah.
Like it was like we were like the
you know what's
Taliban or
crazy?
something.
In the FOIA, listen to this. The FOIA came back from record. No body cams, no voice recordings, no pictures.
What? They didn't body cam all that out
All
there?
of them, out of all of them, none of them had their body cam on. None of them called dispatch to said we're out of our vehicle handling a situation. None. There were no cat calls. There was.
Here you are, Juanita, right here. This is you. This is our
That's
live
me.
feed.
That's
1,
That was the
2,
best.
3, 4. There's
I'm
Alex.
like
5,
looking at
6.
everybody like, wow, I called all these people. It was like my milkshake brought all these guys out to the yard.
None of them had their body cams on.
Nothing. No body cams from none of them. No pictures. Not even a cat call, like to call dispatch and say I'm out of my vehicle. Like that's a requirement by law. When they get out of their vehicle on a situation, like they came in with lights, right? They came in. What are they? Code 3. They came in code 3. They should have let a dispatch know where they were, whatever. Not a single. There was a call from dispatch, and that's my little friend. And I am gonna sue Alan, but she said that I was in her parked in her property.
No.
So that I'll be seeing her subpoena pretty soon.
So is this dismissed with prejudice?
Yes. Yes.
They can't bring it back.
And the judge said, and then just a word to the deputies, they need to think twice before they issue citations.
Yeah.
And he put it on the record, which is good. I wanted it on the record. So he had a couple of things to say on the record.
That's awesome.
This is good news. This is good news. Well, I personally think what can justify this parking ordinance, to get somebody a ticket. They knew it. They knew they were in trouble for this.
Absolutely.
Does that mean you can park in front of the house?
And now, yeah, absolutely. They can't cite you. I mean, they could try to, but the same thing's going to happen again. And now you guys know you can everybody and nobody will show up. Take the ticket. Take the ticket and say, see you in court. Remember, he said, you're not going to see me in court. He did tell me that. And that's when I started laughing at them. He's like,
I know. I remember you laughing. Yeah. So saying that was great.
Yeah.
Or is that just a policy from them? If they give people tickets, they just don't go?
Yeah. He said, I don't go to court for parking tickets. And I started laughing my ass off, remember?
I
saw.
remember that. That was great. Yeah,
But all of them there were really cool. All of them were
they
really
were.
nice. Most of them knew me. Most of them I've already had conversations with. They were very polite. They were very respectful. But that one guy, Deputy Drider, he was hot. He was on the nano ticket. You know, he was on that sight or arrest. If you see someone out here, let's go get him. And
Yeah.
and thank you for your footage, everybody that filmed. That really helped me to be able to really see it. You know, it was so long by the time it finally came to court. This happened May 17th, and we're barely getting to court on it.
And look how crazy this is. It looks like it's a riot.
Thankfully.
Like it literally looks like a
Look
riot
at
control in
like
that
they
photo.
found Nancy. Looks like they found Nancy.
Yeah, right. I wouldn't think this is for a parking ticket.
There weren't even that many there when Nancy was disappeared. There weren't even that many there.
Lights on, light
Look
code red.
Oh, you got to go back and look at your video, JLR. You're so funny. You go, oh, they got lights on. Oh, they're coming in heavy. They're coming in heavy. You were like, they're coming in hot. And then he goes, I think it's for one car.
One car right here. They came
And
they
you're
came
telling them.
surrounded. Alex is there. They surround Alex, so they already got a
All right. And then
against Alex.
you and Juice are trying to ask them questions and they're not answering. And then you go, I guess they're ignoring us. You said it on your video. It's so funny. And then you go, okay, so there's like what, 6 deputies here, and there's 30 cars right over there, and you guys aren't interested in those. It was funny. Remember, there were 30 cars right down the street.
Yeah.
All right. So
Already.
what's the next steps for you? What's the plan?
The next step
Juanita?
now is I'm taking them all to court. We're not done with this. This thing is going to be that he did something illegal. He needs to pay for Nanos needs to for having done this illegal maneuver. That's tyranny. Okay? And I think that he should be he needs to be what do you call it?
Removed from office?
He needs to be prosecuted for it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm not gonna stop. I'm going all the way.
With an attorney, or are you going pro se?
I think I will end up with an attorney because there's going to be a clause in there where I'm going to have to protect myself. Not only that, he doesn't really he doesn't make it easy to serve him because he's isolated by a window. You can't get past from the outside in. You can't even go in the lobby anymore. He has you isolated at the window.
I know. Oh, they used to be able to go in the lobby there?
Oh yeah.
When did they stop that?
When he and his buddies took over.
Hey, hey.
Hey,
What's up,
Alex.
everybody? What's up, JLR? What's up, Juanita? What's up, Ted?
Hi, Alex.
Happy to see you guys.
How about
Looking
that, Alex?
Congrats.
Hey, Alex.
Congrats,
you
Juanita.
So Juanita, when did they sit? Like what month? What month do you think they changed it where you can't go in that lobby?
I think that he did that towards last year when he started having problems with the when he changed the like Aaron, the head of the association, when he took him off and put him on desk duty, and then when he got the no confidence vote and all of that, that's when he isolated himself. And I guess he felt at that point he was going to do whatever the hell he wanted.
Ah, okay. So yeah, because I tried to go there and you can't even get it. That's the only sheriff's department I've ever seen where they block you at the front door and won't even let you go in the lobby.
Right.
Drive through window.
What the heck's
Yeah.
going on there? I've never seen that anywhere. I've never
All the
encountered.
sheriff departments have this this thing where like anybody can walk in from out of state with a patch, like a law enforcement patch, and trade. Like, hey, I'm gonna trade my patch for one of your patches. It's like a thing, a very common thing with law enforcement and especially with sheriffs. They had to go ahead and move that program over to records because he wasn't going to allow anybody in the lobby anymore to participate in that program. So now they have the patch sharing program at records.
I want to say Natalie loves Florida. How are you? Natalie wants to kind of get back onto the topic of Nancy Guthrie and like who did this crime, but she says the comment. Now she's a longtime watcher, has been watching this since the beginning, just like many of you all out there. Second letter points to Annie and Tommaso. Only family would care to advise Savannah, her mom passed and is buried with nature, and death was not intended. Kidnapper would not risk that. Also, why just address Savannah Guthrie? Those two don't have me fooled.
Right.
And we are going to get back. To.
Well, I think
trying
that
to get the
actually,
case.
my plan is to get him, get Nanos removed and have the FBI take over the case, because it's still about finding Nancy for me. The only thing is that now I've kind of been tasked to get somebody out of the way.
Chase 784 says she can't wait to meet us. So Alec and Ted coming to Florida at the end of September, early October.
Yeah.
Big surprise.
Looking forward to it, man.
It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun, man.
These guys are coming to get that Florida life.
I've never been there, so it's new to me.
You never been to Florida? Oh my goodness, never been to Florida, dude. Florida's great,
I was
man.
wanted to.
Florida's great. My air conditioning working right now. It's funny, man. My air conditioning.
When is hurricane season, JLR?
Now.
Not October. Good.
I mean, yeah. I actually you get more hurricanes towards October,
Yeah, exactly.
September than you do now. But yeah, I mean, end up storm chasing. I'd love to take you guys in a car. We get a car and
There
we
you
go
go.
right in the eye of whatever hurricane is. We're driving right in the eye. Ted, don't get scared. The car goes like
Get you a floaty. Alex, I'll
frozen
get you a
scared.
floaty.
Ted. The car goes like this. Trees are flying
Ted
all
will
over the
be
place.
out-
We
Ted will
just get
be
our
out the
camera and we live stream and bring a helmet.
Ted will be out the window
I
screaming,
get my helmet.
"Wee!"
Bring a helmet. No, we just go to a hotel. We go to the hotel. We take the car, and when it gets that bad, we just go to the hotel and go under the awning of the hotels. You know, like those Hampton Inns and those hotels. And where'd Ted go? Ted dipped out. And then you just go in the lobby when it really gets crazy. He's back. He's coming back. Okay, so Juanita gave us a educational tip tonight. Anytime in Pima County you get a parking ticket, just fight it and start subpoenaing
everyone.
They don't like that.
They don't like that, and you might win. I don't know.
We try not to interrupt them while they're messing up, right, Juanita? But yeah,
Right.
sometimes you gotta.
Is there a scope of who you can subpoena? Like, is there a
Well,
limit?
everybody involved.
Traffic engineer,
Right.
director of traffic,
Right.
director of
Right.
entertainment, director of
Right.
cones.
Director of Code.
Director of Cones. That's a good one, Ted. Director of Cones. So, like each officer that was there surrounding you and Alex, you could subpoena each and every one of them.
Well, they're part of the record for like the prosecution. So you want to subpoena the ones that the prosecution's not going to call in, right?
Correct.
So like you're subpoenaing for defense, right? Like you're subpoenaing for your case. The prosecution's going to call all of them. What you want out of them is like what I did, the FOIA, the incident reports, to find out what they have, like what kind of video they got, what kind of pictures they got, what kind of voice recording they have, 911 calls. It was all empty. They had nothing. The only thing they had was SE saying I was in her property.
SE.
All right. So the remaining charges is just 2 remaining misdemeanors for you, Alex. And it appears 2 on Juice, though 1 appears to be dropped.
Right.
So Juice got the obstruction of a thoroughfare, it looks like, left. And you got what? Public nuisance and
Obstruction of the thoroughfare.
okay.
Those two. Yeah.
Well, there is there was talk in the county attorney's office that they want to bring back the felony on Alex, but they're thinking about it. So the quicker I get to the state to blow the whistle on Nanos, the quicker it's going to be to help
Felony for what though?
resisting.
They want to bring that charge back
That's what they're trying to do because
they have an underlining charge to resist, and they drop that charge, which
Right.
you know what I mean. That means you have to recharge them for the nuisance.
right. And Nanos is very upset that all these charges have been dropped. So he's been throwing a little fit over there. He's been crying at the attorney, at the prosecutor's office.
Yeah, but my sources told me the prosecutor told him to leave us the heck alone.
They did.
But he didn't.
And
He was still
scared.
talking. Yeah.
No,
That's
no.
what he
Since this incident happened, you know, the last with your arrest, how it went viral and everything like that, dude. There was some sort of meeting between Nanos and the prosecutor, and I'm told that the prosecutor said, "Leave these people alone. He's not
Right,
flying.
right.
It's not
But
flying."
then he went on the radio show.
Then he went on the radio show, the Buckmaster.
Oh shit, yeah.
And
So he
he
doesn't-
really he
He's pissed.
really got himself in trouble for that radio show. He gave up.
Yeah.
He gave himself away, which was really
did.
helpful.
That's why they're embarrassed by this guy, is because he opens his mouth when he shouldn't be opening his mouth, and doesn't
Yeah.
open his mouth when he needs to. You know, instead of doing
He
a
needs
press
to,
conference,
yeah.
he's doing interviews with these randoms. Like, come on, man.
So okay. So you do have court next Monday
No,
or Tuesday. When do you have court, Alex? 21st. What day is that?
21st.
When is that? Can we come out and break some bread? That'd be fun.
I think it's in the morning.
Is it Monday? Next Monday? What
No,
day? Is
the 21st, whenever the 21st is.
I don't know what the 21st.
What is today
Okay.
then? 10? Or 11?
The 10th. It's Jews that has Monday at 1 p.m. But
coming
Jews
Mon-
has
this coming
become
Monday.
This
Jews is
Monday?
gonna
Oh yeah, you're right.
but
The 13th.
Jews is gonna be a case management conference. It's
Yeah,
down
yeah.
to that right now on the docket.
Which means
It's normally a diversion program that they're gonna try to.
uh-uh,
Hopefully, he doesn't go for it, and
no,
then they just gotta drop everything.
that's part of a plea. He does not
no,
want that.
he has to take a bunch of classes that take months and months and months.
No, yeah,
I don't know.
no. Because then you're also admitting to guilt to something. You don't want that.
Right.
I mean,
And
they'll
it's,
drop
really it's really ridiculous that they're not dropping this stuff and they're making everybody show up to court.
they're doing that so he gets no option to sue them for what they did. If he takes that, he has no civil remedy,
Oh, okay.
Good
Right.
point.
none.
Any
Because
plea or anything. Right.
Yeah, I was going to the box.
Fight,
Still
fight,
will.
fight. I mean, it's BS. And even if he was found guilty and took it all the way, and they decide to take it all the way, he's not going to jail or prison for it. I don't even think he would even get 6 months pro. I don't even think I don't know what they would do, but he's not going to. That's just stupid.
Yeah.
But if they dupe him into pleading guilt or to take a diversion courses and to get the charge dropped, he has no civil remedy.
Agreed.
And then Alex, you're
Don't-
the following Monday?
Pardon me?
Well, it looks like Alex, you're on Tuesday the 21st.
Oh, Tuesday.
So it's not next week, it's the following though.
You're welcome, Cheryl. Thank you for reaching out to me.
Thank you.
Thank you, Cheryl. And hopefully your husband is okay.
Prayers, Cheryl.
I'm praying for Cheryl's husband. So as of now, you have to go to court next on the 21st. You have to physically go.
At 9 a.m.
And that's for the 2 misdemeanors.
I'm
And it's
considering
also-
going out there, Alex, for you.
And the docket has changed, Alex. It's now show cause hearing.
Explain.
A show cause means the prosecution has to show their cards.
Got all 2 of
They
the.
can't get to
gotcha.
say, oh, we want to do this or no. The
Right.
judge is saying, you're coming to show cause.
Show me where
why
he
I should
peed.
even
Yeah, show me where he
entertain this
peed. You know?
Yeah,
See,
yeah, right.
Nanos knows. Nanos knows. He knows. He knows.
He's done.
Like with Tucson, he knows Tucson could sue him, right? Now, to successfully sue a police department, law enforcement agency is tough. It's tough. It's very tough. However, boggling them down and getting answers and trying to find out discovery, depositions, and derogatories and find out, who ordered this, that, and the other could expose him. Nanos. Nanos does not want that.
Right.
So
Gives them an exposure.
So I suspect they're going to try everything, Alex, to pin you on one charge and the juice.
right.
To prevent you doing what Tucson has the potential to do. Tucson has a case right now, and he
Yep.
has a legal case that he can do. You guys are not in that boat yet.
Right.
Either you get acquitted.
Nanos even kind of doubled down.
Now you
We're
might
not just gonna-
protect yourself from the resisting arrest, but also be mindful, like if they know you bring a civil suit from that, as it was dismissed without prejudice, they might try to reinstate it to save themselves money and liability.
But here's what they know. I went chasing the bond for Alex because it didn't appear anywhere when he got his charges dismissed. And the judge ordered that all bonds be returned to like the 20 people that were on the list. And so I went chasing that down, and what I found it. I couldn't find it in the county anymore, but I found it in the state. And the reason the clerk explained to me is that they tried to get a grand jury indictment on him, and the state told him to go kick rocks. So now they got to move. They just actually, I just noticed in his docket, they just moved the bond back over to the county from the state. See, there's ways to be able to know what they're doing by some of these records you got. You got to learn how to read the dockets. So they moved the bond back into Alex's and put it under the misdemeanors now. And that's wrong because the bond went for his felony.
Yeah, I noticed that on the docket. Why does it say bond? Say that again.
Because they had to bring it back from the state because they had. So when you're gonna do a grand jury indictment, you got to move the docket and all the monies and everything to the state.
From the county.
So they had already moved the bond to the state, but the state said go kick rocks. So they had to bring it back to the county to justice court, and of course now comes the movement of the bond. So the
I've never
bond will
said
be
that in
back
my
on
life.
the 30th of June.
Hey, Juanita, I've never said that in my life, but I want to go to trial for any of these charges.
I know. I wanted
Please.
to. I was ready to dance.
Please. But
But the
you
best
guys know
thing
that-
that they did is not rip up my ticket and not stop it and actually take me all the way into court day, because now it's on the record. Now it's on the record. You know what I mean? They created a record. They could have avoided that record, but now I've got a meaningful record to go with against Nanos.
So we get Alex's situated, the juice, and then everyone is scotch-free.
Yes.
Well, we're without prejudice. Not Juanita, but we're without prejudice. They could still bring it up. 7 years, they could still bring it up, which is stupid.
That's crazy.
I'll still take it to trial.
But I do want to say that the Pima County attorney is doing the right thing here thus far.
She is.
I ultimately think they might be stonewalling you two for strategic liability reasons and things like that, maybe to try to scare you guys into some sort of plea.
He should have thought of that, right? He should have thought of that before sending his other officers to break an
Right.
oath. You know what I mean?
Yeah, great point. Great point.
You can't feel
They
sorry
don't
for
put
him.
people in jail for misdemeanors in Pima County, it appears, unless you're a repeat misdemeanor person over and over again.
And I haven't
If
been
you're
arrested.
on the streets, you stay on the streets.
Right.
Right. I've been arrested since 2009. You know, so like for
Wow.
You're
them
not
to
going to jail for it. You're not
The
getting
other,
jail.
the other thing that I found out, the county has not used the obstruction of thoroughfare in years, like in decades. Okay, they have not used that in decades.
they should charge Sue Ellen, because that's the
Yeah.
reason why we were on the street and we couldn't be on the easement, because the rocks were there and we didn't want to. I don't know if anybody remembers, but I looked it up. Can we move the rocks so we could be on the easement? And they're, kind of like Chat GPT is like, you probably might not want to do that.
Right.
So we were in the street and the cop came up to it the same. So the ticket that they're giving me was, even when the cops came, they didn't even give me a ticket. They left. They looked at it later and then came up with it.
So I want to bring something in the chat here. that's been circulating. A lot of people have been sending me. So we'll get on a little bit of topic while we're here.
Love it.
So this guy here, have you seen this guy, Anthony Grab?
Yeah, I seen this. Yeah.
So this guy here, let me see if I can blow this up more. Hold on a second.
I've seen it all through the internet, but I need to know more about him. I know he's on the run, right?
Yeah, give me a
2001 or something.
Okay, hold on. Okay. I don't know
Since
what's happening.
2001, is that what you said, Ted?
So
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, I could, you know me, I'm probably way off base.
Oh, I thought maybe you were remembering something.
So this guy here saying the front porch perpetrator in the Nancy Guthrie case is Anthony Seth Burroughs. He's already a wanted man and has been on the run since 2000 for another crime. Guess who got an upper lip tattoo since he was last arrested? It's been 26 years. Thanks to help from strangers, I've been able to demonstrate that this to be the suspect 100%. Absolutely everything matches up, from the lump next to his eye to the spots in it. This man this is the man you need to be looking for. This is not a woman, and anyone telling you otherwise should stay away from nightclubs at closing times. This man should be considered extremely dangerous, and I wouldn't suggest approaching him. If you have an actionable tip on where this man currently is, please call the Pima County Sheriff's Department or the U.S. Marshals. This man could be literally anywhere at this point. Please stay safe and aware of your surroundings at all times. I don't want anyone else's grandmother waking up to this imbecile in her bedroom. So what do you think?
It's a little too matter of fact. I'm just saying, I don't know. I don't know about the matching up stuff, but you know, I can't look at somebody's eyes.
If this guy, some wanted guy that fled and went to the Philippines.
So he comes here just to do this and then takes off. It makes what's be the motive? You have to have a reason, you know.
Like, and you know, does anyone know about this guy? Because many people have been sending me about. But is that the perp?
He would almost
Anthony Seth Burroughs.
he would almost have to be protected by someone to have not been caught by now.
What do you mean? Well, because he's in another country. What do you mean caught since 2000?
From another country to come back into the United States when they're wanted, they're not going to risk coming back into the country
To do that and then not
Yeah,
get any
but we're
money
not
out of it.
limited to just this country. They could go get him wherever they want.
He's
Some
wanted
countries,
for a 2000 murder.
yeah,
he's
some
on-
countries they won't. Depending on the country.
So let me get him up.
Some countries you can't get that they won't extradite you for any charges. Some countries.
So here's the guy. He's on the U.S. Marshal list. I mean, does that guy look like the perp? I mean, got the.
He hasn't been caught. U.S. Marshals are told to get away, man. They're gonna find you, bro, and so he has to be out of the country. He's not in this country. U.S. Marshals do not play around.
He's wanted by the Tucson Police Department for first-degree murder on April 29, 2000. He allegedly shot and killed a 19-year-old Ruben Rodriguez after an altercation at a house party. Investigators believe he's left within 24 hours, possibly in the Philippines. So I'm just saying what's circulating. Now, you know, I feel obligated to share.
Yeah, I'm with you. I feel you.
Sure.
Being that we don't know who it is.
Now, there he is. So that's up to anyone to believe it or not. I personally don't believe it. But who is the perp? That's the question.
Yeah, it's crazy. It feels like it didn't even happen. It feels like it's AI driven. I don't know. To me, like if we can't see her getting taken out of the house, was she even at the house? I don't know. And I never thought I would hear myself say that, but.
So Alex, in this new report from Arizona Central about, you know, the streamers raised concerns about the rest of YouTube streamers, somewhere in it, it's talking about they're reviewing whether to add more charges to you or something. Did you see that?
Yeah. I hope they do.
People said prosecutors were reviewing additional charges related to the felony incident and that a charging decision has not been made on it.
In other words, what Juanita said, they probably went to a grand jury to the state and they've said, we're not even going to try this, and sent it back. Maybe they had other charges on there too. I don't know. On the actual trying to indict me, you know, through the grand jury. But I mean, I know.
When they went after you, you weren't doing anything.
Why?
That's why I'm just not even concerned. Like, I'll go to trial.
Yeah,
I'll never take a plea on this case, you know, ever, because I didn't do nothing. You can't just arrest somebody because
they have by going to the grand jury opposed from charging.
Because Nanos has doubled down. Like, if you saw him on the Buckmaster thing, he said, "You're not just going to be peeing and defecating." He wants people to believe that I did that, when people know I didn't do that. So he's still doubling down. He's trying to get charges on me. He does not like me. And I just don't care. He met his match. That's all. He's not going to get away with this like he's been doing. And that's why we've taken other avenues. Juanita as well. He's a
Arizona prosecutors use grand juries to secure felony indictments rather than charging individuals themselves to share the burden of probable cause with citizens, protect ongoing investigations, and shield a suspect's reputation before charges are formally filed. Reasons prosecutors prefer the grand jury process. It places the power of accusation directly in the hands of randomly selected, locally cross-sectioned citizens.
Yeah, good luck with that.
You know, he doesn't want to get his hands dirty.
Yeah.
Procedural secrecy. Grand jury sessions are secret, which prevents targets from fleeing. They think you're going to flee to Florida, Alex.
Oh, we are. We are.
Evidence
We are.
or intimidating witnesses. It also protects the reputation of innocent people if the jury declines to return an indictment, which appears like that's what happened to you.
Plus, they don't have to put the deputies on the stand, right? Like they're gonna have to in the show cause hearing.
Oh.
Show cause hearing, they're gonna have to put the deputies on the stand and have them show cause.
The grand jury, they wouldn't have needed to, right?
No, if they would have moved it to the grand jury, there would have been no deputies testifying at the start until further down the trial, when the trial would start.
You know, a lot of my buddies are Chicago PD, and when they saw Alex, they're like, "We want no part of that arrest whatsoever." They were like, "We would have nightmares having to go to court against Alex or do anything to deal with what they saw in the video." So,
I mean, you think that other Pima County deputies would be embarrassed on how all that went.
You'd be embarrassed. Yeah.
This was all for everyone to see, and Nanos is still doubling down. You know, like, dude, look what happened, man.
That's why I'm also taking the tone of telling the state that Nanos made the deputies believe that there was this real law out there that they could really cite people for, and make them, pretty much lie to them.
Directed them to do it.
That's a great point.
Ordered them to do it.
Right. Yeah. And threatened them to punish people for it.
You're taking off.
He knew all along that he had just, made up the whole thing.
Yeah, right.
With event signs, right, Alex? Event signs?
Yep.
Vote here.
Vote here. We saw where the sign. Yeah.
OJ's looking to meet you guys. Hello.
Hey, OJ.
Oh, I can't wait, OJ.
Oh, was he meowing at you right now? He wants to bite your hat. He's like, "Where you been, Dad?" He's smelling your hat like, "Where you been?"
She's like, "I want to meet you guys. Hello, I want to meet you too."
Oh, she's talking. Oh, hey.
Talkative.
Her. He, her, right?
Yeah, she just jumped up on my lap, so I had to show her off tonight.
Yeah.
Show her off, right? You gonna meet Alex and Ted in Florida? OJ wants to meet Bear.
Yeah, look, he talks all the time. He's so vocal. He loves you.
OJ wants to meet Bear. Where's Bear?
Where's Bear? He's over here eating.
Watch, OJ talks. Hello, do you love me? You love me?
He was earlier. When you were talking to him, he was talking. He was like, whatever he was doing.
I know. You love me? She won't say nothing. She's camera shy.
I keep saying.
She's camera shy. We got Sequoia in the chat. Sequoia, come on in.
Yeah. What's up, brother?
I might have to check you guys out. Is that cool?
No.
Yeah.
It
Why
was
you
good
run?
to meet you,
Why
Ted.
why you running from me, Ted?
No, I'm not running. I just got
Nah, life,
I
right?
got a
Life be
few
life.
things to maneuver.
All right, man. I'll catch you next time. Sorry about that. I missed you.
I love you, Sequoia. Yeah, I love you.
Hey,
Love you,
man.
Ted.
You too, bro.
See you soon, Ted. What's up, Sequoia?
How you doing, JLR?
We're doing, Juanita got her charge dropped today.
I've seen that, man. I was so elated over that. I mean, we all knew that they were bogus charges, just like Alex and the Juice. So, hearing that, man, it's just another win for you guys on the front lines out there. Like I said, I wish I could be out there with y'all, but sorry, I can't right now because of my health issues. But you guys have been tearing it up, and I've been loving every minute of it.
Nice.
Sequoia's we follow each other on X too.
What is it? Did you lose me?
No, I said you and I follow each other on X too.
Oh, yeah.
I try to stay busy on there.
Yeah.
I'm just happy that I saved the JLR $285.
He would have. He said he would have. From when it happened.
Prepared to pay. PayPal.
And
PayPal.
then Dave Val.
Yeah. I was prepared to pay. Flicker Fate says the image of Anthony's suspect has been heavily manipulated. He has no eye cyst and his eyes and lips have been manipulated. So Flicker Fate, who is a longtime supporter who's from Tucson, knows about this case. Flicker Fate came out with her painting and flowers and met us, Alex, and she ain't buying that Anthony Anthony suspect, that guy. So
The Filipino, the guy who ran to the Philippines.
Anthony
But he
Seth
came here
Burrow.
just to do that.
Yeah, exactly. Let me go to Tucson and kidnap
Take
some
out
old lady, and
That's
Savannah's
the
mom.
thing, though, too.
then I'll go back to the Philippines.
So many people send images of the perp and compare it to other people, but they're like manipulating the photos and trying to alter and change and doctor it to make it
AI has ruined everything because everybody tries to use AI on this guy, this porch guy, and it just screws everything up. It basically clutters everything up like a muddy pond.
Like AI is good for art or it's good for writing stuff, but when it comes to investigating, you don't, because then it's kind of guessing, and you don't want guessing when it comes to investigating, right?
Oh no.
You also have people that get engaged in diversion tactics. Some are here for a good
Agreed. Good
doing
point.
that, trying
Good.
to divert this thing out.
Throwing a wrench out there.
Good point. Good point.
Is that what
Yeah.
you mean, Juanita? Like someone just throwing other diversions?
Right,
to it?
like look over there,
Makes
not
sense.
over here.
Exactly.
That makes a lot of sense.
What's on your mind, Sequoia? What are you thinking?
If you guys remember when this first happened and Savannah was on the interview with what's that
Hoda.
chick's name? Hoda.
Hold up.
Hoda.
Hold up.
Hold up.
How did it came up, and Savannah was talking about when she received the phone call, and she talked about Annie saying that mom was missing, and they said the first thing they talked about was did something occur last night that she could have went to the hospital.
I remember her saying that.
And then, I mean, in my mind, if that did occur, the nosiest person on the damn planet would know about that. The poop lady that lives up there and monitors everything. That's one thing. The second thing that really threw me off was, did you call 911? And Annie says, yeah, they're here. To me, And tell me, correct me if I'm wrong. You know, if you know, me and JLR is hanging out in a motel, I wake up, JLR's gone. Uh, you know, Alex is in the next room. I'm gonna call Alex and say, "Hey, bro, see JLR?" Or if it's your mom, you know, "Hey, did mom let you know she's gonna do something today?" First thing you could do would be call a relative and get that across. Just there was a large period of time for them to call and the deputy to actually get there on scene before she calls Savannah and says, "Hey, mom's missing," and then has to explain everything. That she said, "Did you call 911?" She says, "Yes, they're here." So at this point, they're driving the narrative. The two people that are highly suspect to me, allegedly, I guess we'd have to say, are driving the narrative so hard right there. And nobody really picked up on that. I was, really curious on, somebody picking up on how, then Savannah supposedly calls all the hospitals also. Why would you do that? I mean, it just, something's not right about that whole conversation right there between Annie and the time Annie talked to Savannah. That whole thing is kind of strange in my opinion.
So you think Annie, before Annie's called police or whoever called police, 911, should have called Savannah first?
Right.
See what's up.
I mean, does that not sound plausible? I mean, if your mom was missing, you live down the street, your sister, lives somewhere, you call the family first and say, "Hey, did mom say that she was going to do something different today?" She said, "Have you heard from mom?" Anything like that. And then, but no, they took a large amount of time, which is, I think was like over 45 minutes to an hour before they even called 911 to get the deputy there. Then she calls Savannah and says, "Hey, mom's missing." And then Savannah basically asks all the questions that, has been asked and answered, and law enforcement's already there. That just seems odd.
Why did Savannah even ask to call 911? Annie should have been like, "The cops are here. Mom's missing."
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, that right on the nose, man.
The other,
I thought all those interviews
her
were
husband,
weird.
Savannah's husband, has access to private planes. Why did she have to go book something commercial? I mean, if this was her mom, she
Good
could have
point.
just told the husband,
Get me
fire
there.
up the airplane.
Yeah, get me over there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What son-in-law wouldn't go do that too? You know what I mean? Like, just go.
Exactly. Yeah, and then we haven't heard anything from the family at all. That's really just, the silence is deafening. And when they Tomas and Annie drove by, they were covering up like they were some kind of movie stars or something like that, trying to hide
From the paparazzi. Yeah. That's how it
yeah.
looks. That's what it looks like.
I mean, instead of stopping and saying, "Hey, please hand out these flyers," or, "Hey, thanks for keeping the word out," or anything, instead of hiding in the vehicle like you've done something wrong. I mean, that's just kind of human nature right there at its worst or finest, actually. That's how.
Sequoia, you tell me if this would fit, is what if in one of those ransom notes they threaten them, like, "We know where your family is," or something. If you keep looking for me or say something, would that even be plausible? Because that would be the only way to explain why they're acting. If not, they're acting weird. Like you said, they look like paparazzi. It's like,
Yeah. Go ahead.
It says, go back and listen to her interview. Her sister tried to call her several times before she saw it when she got home. Liberty, justice for all. Go back and listen to her interview. Her sister tried to call her several several
remember
times.
her saying that, but I believe you. I believe
when
you.
she got home.
Yeah.
I don't remember hearing that.
I don't remember hearing that, but yeah, I definitely believe you, and that kind of solves that.
Well, I don't know if I heard that though. Did you hear that?
Not that I can recall, but Alex, you remember that?
No, I don't. I remember her saying that her husband was on the trip and that she had a good night and she got home and that her sister called. I don't remember saying that.
Some
Yeah,
people that are saying never heard this. So Liberty Justice for All. If you want to send me the clip of that, I'd love to hear it. I didn't hear that.
We're all we're like, hey, if she did say it, she said it. I just don't remember it personally. But.
Exactly.
I didn't hear it on the Hoda version.
Yeah, I don't recall that either. Miss Juanita, did you remember that?
I don't remember that, and I know I paid
Thank you, Liberty.
attention to that interview.
A few times I've watched it too. Got it. We'll do it. You're awesome. Thanks, Liberty.
But like I said, if she said that and that occurred, I definitely will change my point of view. I mean, you definitely have to follow the facts.
And remember, there is this new technology called text now. So if you can't get a hold of somebody, you can share something.
No shit.
Believe it or not, I've heard of it. Actually, it's getting kind of big. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
Like mom's missing. Some cops or something. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you got anything else?
Yeah. She said she spent the night over at Carson's house, I guess Daly's house, and then she came home, and her husband come home around the same time because she had bought him like a golf vacation or something like that. And then the call came in. That's how I remember Miss Savannah, her talking about what occurred that morning. I mean, if it did happen, it happened. But like Juanita said, why not shoot Savannah a text and say, "Hey, mom's missing"? I mean, that's pretty damn important. You don't want to,
There was a lot of that interview too.
That's what I'm saying. Not even a text before the phone call.
Right.
Yeah.
You see mom with you? Did you come around the house? Mom there?
We talked to her. Something.
I mean, we all have mothers. I mean, can you imagine your mom's gone, missing?
Well, here's another thing I want to know. We don't know the answers. The friend that told Annie that she didn't come to the house for the church services, I'm wondering if Annie or Tommaso texted Nancy before going over to the house.
Exactly.
Mom, where are you?
But the way Savannah acted, she didn't hear nothing until Annie called, and then Savannah went into this, whole spiel about, this is what I did. I asked about if she was in any hospitals. I called hospitals. Did you call 911? Yes, they're already here. That's what I remember. I mean, does that sound plausible, or do you guys remember it that way?
And I'm still tripping on the Cameron thing. That's always going to bug me. That he already knew it was a ransom, kidnapped for ransom.
Yeah, and
yet the house is immaculate. A friend could have picked her up and went somewhere. You know what I mean? I don't know.
That's bugged me from the beginning. The house immaculate is what they said. Her shoes are there, her ears, hearing aids. They're sitting right there,
everything.
I mean, and it's like she was beamed up by a UFO. I mean, boom, gone. And nothing vanishes without a trace. So something is weird already to me, and then you got this jackass at the front door, that's just bizarre to say the least. I mean, I think we can all agree on that. I mean, him kind of hunching around, doing his little Sasquatch thing, trying to put his hand in front of the camera. And then he goes and gets like the little flowers and tries to put them up there. When I first saw the blood on the floor or the outside the door, I thought it was where the mask guy, hit the camera with his hand to knock it loose. And when he knocked it loose, he cut himself or something. That's what I thought until they said the DNA come back that it was Nancy's. So I want
to read this comment here. Natalie Florida always brings good things to light here in different perspectives. Ever think it's family complaining, not Sue Ellen or the neighbors? We stopped talking about Nancy Guthrie or Annie and Tommaso. These are the same people who have not searched one day for their mom. This family is bizarre.
They're all in touch. CFA, William Pugh, Annie Guthrie, they're all in touch. So yeah, Sue, they're all feeding her all their stuff because Savannah did call the police on them.
And Essie is also on 911, on several 911 tapes that I have.
Right. So it was a collective effort to bring me down,
Gail says Dateline Special. Savannah said Annie called around 2 p.m. that day. We discussed that, but it was one call. It wasn't a series of calls. It was that one call.
Yeah, the one
that we know of.
But if it was 2 p.m. Arizona time, it would have been 4 p.m. New York time. Remember, we also have a time difference between.
Yeah.
Right.
And then I guess after the phone call, eventually Savannah had a conversation with Mark Kelly in the course of en route to the airport to fly out there, 7-something. She flew out to Phoenix, then took the hour-and-a-half drive down and arrived to Annie and Tommaso's home early morning hours on the second, and Cameron was there.
And they all met up to do what?
Well, I don't know. That white car,
nothing.
The white car was in that driveway at the casita the next day. The white car they were seen driving in, Cameron and Annie, was in that casita parking spot at the house on the second in the daytime.
And
Nanos at the podium in the morning of the second and says Savannah's here. He said that, and he also was reading a script from the family.
Yeah, I don't go by scripts very well, what he said. But you're right, JLR. Them being there like that, the damn house should still be, the property should still be taped off. Nobody should have been able to go there inside the house. And if they took Savannah over there just to look around at an immaculate house, to me, that's odd. The whole thing's freaking odd to me, and this Callella and Tommaso, they are at this one club together at the same time. We have that, and then we have Nikki and that weird dude, that weird chick with the short booty shorts or whatever the hell she is, at the same club as Kiki.
Yes. Remember that song by Drake, Kiki?
Yeah. So Kiki's ass is out there taking photographs of her, in front of the house, which is just freaking bizarre as hell. And I mean, taking the tape down, putting a deputy out there in front. The deputy sleeps half the time, because, all these people walk up on the property. If my mom or anybody, you guys, this mom, there's not going to be a deputy, sitting in front of the house for 3 weeks or a month or whatever it's on. That was bizarre. Just this whole thing. And then there's something up with trying to get the YouTubers away from the front of that house. And
well, it goes back to Natalie's comment. Basically, is she thinks it's the Guthries are the ones that are making the complaints about, or getting people out of that neighborhood.
Yeah.
People would stop talking about Nancy Guthrie or Annie Tomaso, the same people that have not searched from day one. Has there been a search since day one on Annie Tomaso or Savannah? Any of them, have they searched? No, they haven't.
Man, I'd be looking for my mom up and down the streets. Anywhere I could go, I'd be looking for my mom, screaming to all my friends, anybody that will listen to come and help me. And you guys are going to sit there and not even, look for your mom after you came from New York and Massachusetts and nothing. What
and they
the
get the money they didn't get. Makes no sense.
It just doesn't make any sense at all. And as a detective, I try to make sense of of everything that I can find that's factual. And it's really been hard on me to try to make sense of what's going on, and it's not adding up. And it's I suffer from PTSD from being in law enforcement in the Marine Corps. You guys know that. And it's therapeutic for me to talk to you guys like this, because I'm like, am I the only one that thinks this is odd?
No, we're all with it, man. There's a lot of people that are on your boat too. We're like, with the lack of information, then all these little things come out where we have barely anything to work with. And then whatever trickles out, we have to vet all that stuff out. We don't know what's what in this case. It made everybody kind of open-minded because we don't know who did it and we don't have the answers. Yeah. I think that's why everybody's open to everybody's opinions. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's a tough one, man.
Yeah, I agree.
If it's therapeutic, though, that's awesome. If it helps you in that way, that's cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, boy, I appreciate you stopping on. We got some people in the pipeline that want to come on.
Okay, yeah, I'll back out, and I'll talk to y'all later. JLR, man, you hang tight. Love you, brother. Miss Juanita, you take care.
Thank you.
You give them hell, sweetheart. You give them hell.
We're going back to the parking lot of the Sheraton with a cowboy hat. Thank you, Sequoia.
Hey, thank you. Al.
We're going with the cowboy hat.
That's
Juanita.
it. That's
The
it.
cowboy hat, I remember that.
Well, listen, I've got to run to it. I've got a couple of people coming over. I'll be watching and listening. Thank you for having me on, and thank you for all your support.
Okay, thank you.
Love you, Juanita.
Thank you,
Thank
Al.
you, Juanita. Congratulations.
Peace out. Bye.
Peace. Love you. Hi,
Hi,
Tina.
Hi, guys. How are you?
We're great. How are you?
Good. I'm doing good. I did have a few things I wanted to just throw out there tonight because I've really, really been paying attention to what little bit of information that we get lately, or at any time really. But I want to go back to that Buckmaster show when Nanos, and I feel like he did it deliberately to get at the FBI, but he said 2 or 3 other people have already been arrested.
Yes, he did.
And I think he's probably telling the truth. I think that was his little dig at the FBI to be like, here, you deal with them. And then when we get to Derrick Callella's court date, when Sleuth in 857 talked to the parents, her exact comment was, everyone will get the help that they need. Who is everyone and who is they?
I'm going to get the clip where he says 2 or 3 been arrested because I put that out there.
Right. He said 2 or 3.
But it's a good point that it could have been a dig to the FBI.
I think it was.
Cards. Yeah.
It's like the only thing I have believed out of his mouth, honestly.
Yeah, because the FBI didn't want Harvey to be doing all this show, grand on the stage. Like, you're right. Maybe they did arrest and it wasn't through TMZ to do it.
Correct.
Yeah,
and let me go even further than that. So we have Nano saying that. We have the family saying everyone and they. And then Annie and Tommaso's been missing. and for quite some time. And we know there's already been a couple other arrests over some notes. And then Savannah flew out and went to Los Angeles and told us she was on The Voice. But I feel like it was just closer to get to Phoenix or maybe even have people meet her in Phoenix, maybe the FBI. I don't think she's in on it, but I think maybe it would have been a good time to pick up her nephew if others have been arrested already and we don't know about it, because then we find out from Kristen McDonough that Derrick Callella's records are sealed, and that extra paragraph, like JLR showed us too, is put in his court papers that if there are extra charges, those will be sealed. Maybe there are some other things sealed that we don't know about. Maybe there are others arrests that are going on that we're unaware of.
Stuff gets sealed regularly. You should already know that too.
Well, I do, but
seal up. But no, I'm not discrediting that too, because JLR did show us he's almost had the exact same charge where that was an extra paragraph that was put in. I had
the exact same type of agreement as Derrick Callella, a Rule 11C plea, in the same federal court as Derrick Callella.
In Tucson. Yeah.
And received the same type of sentence as Derrick Callella, that he's going to receive a 5-year probationary sentence. Got the same thing on Tucson. His language, that addendum was in his. I didn't have that in mine, but usually everything else was the same, more or less, in conditions and whatnot. So makes you wonder.
It does. It's just has me wondering. And then I know, like, if they did pick up Annie and Tommaso, we're going to be the last people that know about it. They're going to hide that. We're not going to be able to find it on public records right now. But just with him, saying 2 or 3 arrests and then Annie and Tommaso are missing. And then there's an extra addendum in Derrick Callella's paperwork that just leads me to believe maybe there's something else going on.
Liberty Justice for All says, correction, I was wrong about, the contacting Savannah multiple times.
No worries.
Thank you.
I do it all the time.
You had my mind spinning a little bit, Liberty, on that. Tucson, what's up?
What is happening? What is happening? We got more charges dropped. Juice.
Juanita.
Well, the juice is there's something on the docket here. Here, I'll put Juice's case up. That was filed yesterday. Application and ordering dismissing complaint yesterday.
Kind of like what they did for you, right?
Yeah.
Yours was handled the same thing, but he still has a hearing for the 17th.
Yeah, that's confusing. It's like, why? I mean, you'd think they'd just wipe it clean. Why are they, picking and choosing what?
Exactly.
To me, that's.
This is all bogus. Cool. Why are they trying to put it in the right place? Doing that, dude. This is all bogus.
Well, it wouldn't have happened if Nanos wouldn't have overreached and abused his power and did all this crazy stuff. They wouldn't have had to deal with it. And now Nanos, he's over there, probably playing golf, not even worrying about it. It's not in his,
Yeah.
Yeah, but right now, Tucson, you are the only one. Well, Alex does on his first 2 charges. You two are the only ones that have really civil remedy right now, that has a chance to really give it back to them, because they fully dropped yours. I mean, your stuff was ridiculous, and even Alex's, but Alex might be subjected to getting charged again. Who knows what's going on with Alex? But you, Tucson, I think is right now in the driver's seat to seek remedy. Juice can't get it yet because he's still got this thing hanging over him
in time, right?
As of now. If Juice can get it fully dropped or exonerated, acquitted, and you too, Alex, fully, then you guys would have the same type of remedy Tucson has. But Tucson,
I'm going full throttle. Yeah. I'm just trying to get this.
Tucson, you plan to sue. You plan to sue. Time, right?
Yeah. I got calls out, and everybody's been helping, and the angel Juanita, she's been helping everybody, and so basically, obviously, it's now we have these dropped. We can start finding out what the next move is. But I'm kind of hoping, I was hoping that they just all drop them, right? Because it's pretty clear what they did. This was a violation. I mean, Nanos basically violated all this for it to happen. I mean, JLR, you remember we were there. You too, Alex. But they drove by us. We weren't going up to the neighbors going, "Hey, talk to me, talk to me." They literally walked by us, or they drove by us. So to me, you know, like I think Juanita said, that the neighbors actually might have responsibility too, because they, you know, they didn't have to do that. They could have came and just talked to us, right, Alex? And we would have probably been like, cool, like, but they started the fight, I think.
I agree with you, Tucson.
Yeah, we weren't there for them, you know. We were there for Nancy, and we wanted answers, you know.
Yep.
And if they think we wanted to interview them, there's other ways they could have went. Yeah.
Well,
we sent out the message to the Juice. I don't know where he's at, but I sent it out. Crazy Beach says, in my opinion, they are not searching because they know who did it and don't want the person or people involved exposed, because it could be family involved. A lot of people in the chat still feel like family did this, despite them being cleared. Many people, thank you for the comment, Crazy Beach.
tons of people.
You know, Flicker Fade, she's local. Everyone knows her being local. The timeline by the family makes 0 sense. It really blows my mind, the time between arriving and 911 call. Why the gap? If you want to go with, you know, the time, there's 2 timelines on that. It's either 11:56 or, you know, 11 o'clock. But a lot of people think it's 11 o'clock.
It took the sheriffs 12 minutes to get there. It took them 2 minutes to get there for me. You know what I'm saying? They call a 911 call of someone missing. It took them 12 minutes to get there. All that time. It's just weird. Yeah.
It's wild. It's just a big craziness. Tina, I appreciate you stopping in.
No, thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you. You have a good night.
And Alex, I so support you going after everybody and calling people out. And like you said, you weren't going to stop with Nanos and let him just stop here. He needs to be held accountable, as so as some others on Twitter. They need to, somebody at some point has to take that bullet and set them straight and call them out. I don't want my great nieces on the internet on YouTube because they think it's cool, YouTube, and I don't want them seeing crap like that either. So I support you 100%.
Awesome. Thank you, Tina. We love you always.
Thank you, guys. I love you guys too. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Now, here's the one thing that I want to bring up is basically, I'm hearing an echo.
Are you there?
There you are. So we were, I mean, us 3 were there. I don't know, Alex, you were there pretty early on. Every day, covering the case. And then what happened? Nanos put the ordinance in, so everybody went away, right? And then we said, well, we still have the right to be there. And then Nanos ratcheted it up again. And now everybody's scared to report on this case. And so to me, I think, I mean, we need to go back and report like we should. I mean, I know JLR, you got to plan out your schedule, but let me know when you want to come out and we go out there like we have the right to, and maybe not 1 or 2, but maybe, you know, we do a day, 3-4 hours and just practice our rights. I mean,
I am very contemplating that idea. Yeah, I'm thinking about going out maybe next weekend in support of Alex, and then just continue to cover the case.
Get arrested out here.
Exactly what they want. They wanted to scare us, so we stopped talking about the case. They want to scare us away from the neighborhood, bring it, you know, off that house for some reason, and it has died down. The case has significantly died down in the last week or so.
How would Nanos push people away who are just trying to get answers? It just adds more to him not allowing the FBI in right away, and not allowing EquiSearch, and not allowing us volunteer searchers. Everything he does is just the opposite of what you think he would do. I don't know who's dangling the strings or why someone isn't telling him. Like, listen to yourself. Look at yourself. Look what you've done. He doesn't even see it.
Well, in my opinion, he's winning, because listen, like right now, I'm hesitant to go report in front of the house.
Yeah, I agree.
So to me, that's not America. Everybody's told me even after, hey, you did nothing wrong. You know, you guys are allowed to be there. People, even civil rights lawyers, you know, people that study this stuff for their life. And so to me, it's kind of like, do we let them, you know, just trample over our rights, or how do we fight back in a sense legally, not to be like, you know, we're going to stand here just like they do on these First Amendment auditors. You know, hey, we're going to stand here with our camera, and hey, is that allowed? Are we nuisance because we got a camera?
Yeah.
Flicker fade goes back to Cameron. Cameron has military experience, military friends with tactical experience. They aren't searching for Nancy, but in my opinion, he's suspect number one in staging a kidnapping and having help to do it. Flicker fade, a local, feels like Cameron, suspect number one.
I don't think you would take that chance, me personally.
But where was he on the 31st and the first?
I agree.
Because
There's a lot of
at that
questions.
house, how's he at
Was
the
he at
house?
game night? Was he there on game night? Was he there on her birthday?
Birthday.
The 27th?
Many people speculated that he's been there living in the casita. I don't have any proof of that. I don't know. Only he can answer that. Someone close to them.
I mean, I thought he was married and like with kids and everything. I mean, I could see him like staying there, like when he comes into town to save some money and he's close to his mom. But like, do we have any, I thought he flew in after they found out, but it's still conflicting.
Before Savannah, I think. We do know that he was here before Savannah, but I don't know like how JLR, we don't know if he was here days before. None of us really, right?
Hi, Gladys.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Hi, Gladys.
Hey, Gladys.
Gladys used to be a newspaper. We worked with newspapers back in the day.
Nice.
You don't like the KVOA, do you?
KVOA.
Did you work with Nancy?
Strictly newspaper. No, she was a society columnist. I had nothing to do with those people.
Oh,
Nancy was never a journalist. She wrote about people who have tea parties and you know, that stuff. But I was the guy who was on a couple of people ago, who was a Marine and a retired detective, I think.
Sequoia.
Yeah, Sequoia. So he was talking about exactly everything I've been wondering. Like the more I watch that clip of Savannah with Hoda,
Hold up.
it's like the more I watch it, the more I see through. It's so scripted. But what I don't understand, if you've ever known a compulsive liar, a really good one, if you notice, they always throw in a lot of detail that is really unnecessary. Like when she talks about she gave her husband this trip for Christmas. Why do we need to know that? I mean, he was away, she was away, but she goes into all this detail. She was at Carson's. She came back after the gift. I mean, she goes into great detail on the gift she gave her husband. Why do we need to know that? It seems odd to me. Especially,
You're saying
yeah.
TMI.
Well, at a time like that, and I don't know if she was trying to add color to make it interesting, but this isn't that kind of a story. You know, she wants us to focus on things that are not relevant to what we need to know.
How come we haven't seen her? She's been going through all this stuff. How come we haven't seen any pictures of her and her husband? Weren't they going through some issues too, or no? I don't know. I'm just.
Oh, I have no idea. I mean, as a couple, they might keep a pretty low profile. Well, I don't know, actually. I never knew about him until all of this, but he's the law firm that sent you that lovely letter, right?
So Gladys, you're saying that Savannah's behavior with her explaining the timeline to Hoda is strange to you.
Yeah.
That whole interview was strange to me.
Yeah,
Well,
it was.
All the overacting and all the, I don't know. I mean, she's somebody who knows the camera. She knows how to act on a camera to get the reaction she wants. But I just don't.
Is when it comes to, TV work, she's the best in the biz. That's why she's there on that
Seasoned,
show.
yeah. Super seasoned. But-
Well, exactly. And I mean, she wrote that too, but it's just strange. All the details that she brings in that really are not relevant to what's going on.
And
And it doesn't,
why does she have to speak for her own siblings that are smart? That's weird to me. I don't know. You know, why does she have
Well-
to be? Is it said Dear Savannah? Or
now I kind of get that though, because they're not camera people. I mean, I'm not a camera person. I hate the camera. And
that makes sense.
I would be like Annie. I would just be like frozen, probably.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I would probably look really guilty too, just because, I'm not used to the camera. But I get that she speaks for them, but it still is weird that Tommaso was never in that interview. Not the interview, the Instagram post.
Yeah, he wasn't in the. Well,
He hasn't been in anything except for that walk to the flowers.
right.
The only time I've heard him talk is when Mark the Shark heard him yell, get out of here. That's
Yeah.
the only time I've ever heard him talk.
Me too. Yeah, that was weird, right? I mean,
You don't see any pictures of him and Cameron together either. I'm not saying that there's any rift there, but
well, and Cameron wasn't in on that stroll down to the flowers either. That was kind of odd. I mean,
it's odd.
he was in the Instagram posts, but not.
Did he have to get back to do something in Vermont or something, or where was he? You know?
Well, no, because he was still around.
We kept seeing him.
Yeah.
Afterward, we would see him. Afterward, we'd see them take the car out, take Nancy's car out multiple times. He I don't know where. I guess I was told he was staying in an Airbnb on Rudisill, between Annie and Tommaso's on Rudisill, a long driveway there. I'm not going to say the address, but Audie's there now. But he was on like an Airbnb back there. So that's where the blue car would go to, a long driveway on Rudisill between First and Orkle.
Well, and what's weird too, if you went to visit your mother in a huge house, why would you stay in the guest house? Wouldn't you stay in the home with her?
Yeah, it is a big
Yeah,
house.
because there's multiple rooms in that house for sure.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't grow up in that house, but I mean,
Childhood
did.
room is probably still there.
Yeah. Caesar.
Whoa!
Caesar got dropped
I got an
off.
intruder.
Maybe.
Maybe.
When the grandkid got dropped off. Oh, Caesar's a good boy.
But Gladys, you raised some interesting points, though. I mean, many people in my email, I get emails all the time. I'm at 21,833 emails centered around this case. In just with 160 days about not all Nancy Guthrie, but I would say 95% Nancy Guthrie. Many people are just saying the family just acts weird, just the whole entire family.
The family dynamics, yeah, great.
Stuff, trying
they-
to find Nancy at all. They're trying their best to make this go away.
you know
Or-
who they remind me of, the way they're acting? Remember how the Landrys acted?
The Laundries.
Or Laundries? Yeah. Weren't they kind of acting like that too?
Misty wants to know. Just
Hi,
join.
Misty.
Give me a
Hey everyone, Shibby here. We have those court docs we'll be reading soon. There's 12 pages of Callella's court docs, so we'll read every single one of them soon, okay? We'll watch a little bit more of this. Chris and I may call into here or 8x7 show, but we'll definitely be reading those docs soon, okay? So
quick recap to catch me up. Charges dropped, Misty. Charges dropped. Well, charge or a ticket dropped. Juice charge appears to be dropped. One charge.
I think somebody talked about a protest. I think it was last week about just gathering a lot of people. And I've told you about this case in Colorado where the mom kept picketing. She was by herself. She had a bullhorn and a poster, and she would stand in front of the police station and just all day long protest all by herself. And I mean, she drove 2 or 3 hours to do that, to find her daughter was missing, and they wouldn't do anything. And then people finally started joining her, and then the police department miraculously did something.
They didn't arrest him.
Well, no, they did. They found the guy. He's actually in prison now.
Oh,
And they discovered that, and he admitted that he murdered her daughter. It was awful. It was an awful story. A young girl too, really like a college student. But anyway, they still haven't found her body. They dug up his entire yard to find it, but I don't think they have found her body to this day. But my point is, her protesting, even though she was all by herself and she did it, I don't know for how long, but I mean, it took a year or two of protesting to get them to do anything. I just think, I don't know. I think these cases are hard and they're a lot of work, and there are other things that have to be done maybe first or that are easier. I don't know. But there's an interesting, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Thornbridge.
yeah, they're awesome.
They're kind of new, I think.
Yeah, they're awesome.
One of their streams, he had a really interesting show on the tips that come in and how are they categorized and organized. And it was really interesting because he raised some really good points, I think, that are probably very realistic. You know, just shuffling, they may have a tip they're sitting on and they don't even know it. But who knows?
What is Thornbridge? I don't. Is that like a? What do they do?
It's a couple, and they have a stream that they just started. I found them from Patriot Pride.
Yeah. Well, okay. They're awesome. It's Thornbridge Unfiltered. Thornbridge X Unfiltered on YouTube.
Yeah, that's the name. Yeah, it's the first one I had seen, but yeah, it was really interesting. But I think there are just so many tips, and does the sheriff's department know what the FBI tips are and vice versa? We don't know, and they don't answer. They don't say anything. They don't tell us. So I don't know. I mean, this is like by far the best crime mystery in my lifetime. I've got to say, it's a mystery everywhere you turn. There's no answer anywhere. But I think it's being covered up for a reason. I don't know what the reason is. But one really interesting part too is Nanos's reality show. You know, was he trying to cover this up because he wanted to save it for his reality show? Who knows?
There's so many parts here, just so many different things, you know.
It's wild.
Nanos is, you know, like you said, his program that he was doing and featuring the Pima County Sheriff's Department, to Savannah's coverage of Epstein, and Savannah being a morning show host, and just the secret behaviors of Annie and Tommaso, and the covering and the concealment, and just this press conference and the handling, and Nanos pushing the FBI away at the beginning stages, and them apprehending 2 people only to let them go, and the rest of streamers simply for covering and standing in front of Nancy Guthrie homes. Just so much stuff.
And they wonder why we ask questions, because we can't figure nobody can figure any of this out.
Well, I wondered too, in that radio interview he did last week with Buckhorn or Buckwheat or whoever it was. Buckmaster. Thank you. He said that there were 2 or 3 arrests, he thought. I was wondering at the time, I thought, is he talking about the SWATs where they didn't arrest him? What did they call them? They questioned him.
That's what I thought. He said 2 or 3. So Callella's 1. I thought the 2 other ones, make 3, could have been the ones he detained originally.
That's
but there weren't SWATs, or there weren't ransom notes, though. He was talking.
They weren't arrested either, right?
Well,
Luke and Carlos weren't arrested either.
No, they weren't arrested, but I mean, would Nanos know the difference?
Right.
But
True.
I mean, had the notes had come out by then, right? Like that day before.
The notes came out the 2nd and the 6th.
The 2nd, yeah.
And the SWAT was the 10th, right?
10th and the
don't know that.
13th. 10th and the 13th.
13th. Okay. So it was after the notes. So maybe there was something related to the notes that we don't know about. And maybe that did slip. Maybe those were the two detained, but he called them arrests because he was so vague about how he said it anyways. 2 or
When you
3,
look up-
I think.
Yeah, when you look up Kayla Day, she was arrested in the Nancy Guthrie investigation. If that makes any sense, like, why would they word that on all public? In other words,
I thought
Well,
they
if you
arrested her for
remember-
drugs.
If
I
you
know.
remember when the case broke, her name for whatever reason was getting pushed out there heavily. So I'm sure that for whatever reason they had to look into her, you know.
But I didn't realize on the arrest it said in connection with the Guthrie case.
look at it. If you look it up, that's what you'll see on all.
Wow.
So
Yeah,
What if that was one of the arrests? And remember, she didn't even go to court the first time, and then
right.
I don't know.
And
She was arrested on the 12th, day before Luke was raided.
And she's still in jail, isn't she?
In prison now. Yeah, they shipped her already.
To when?
Did you say to when or to where?
Yeah, like with her out date.
Oh, I don't know. Actually, I don't know the update.
But
Have fun in the Arizona Department of Corrections.
But didn't they put her away on drug charges though, right?
I'm pretty sure that's what they worked it out. But when you look it up, why she was ever arrested, it was with the Guthrie case.
That's really interesting. Yeah.
But it could have been someone had tipped. But why would they say arrested? Because remember, Luke and Carlos never got arrested. They were just detained.
Right.
Gladys,
that's wild.
what do you think we should do next? What's the next strategy here?
I say organize a protest. I mean, you saw how people rallied to Juice and Alex and 857's cause like a few weeks ago. Imagine if you put the word out, and I mean, people would come, I think, to Tucson just to be with you guys. If you had to somehow organize.
We've done the sign waving, and I think we could do that again. And I do want to do that again.
Right.
But even then,
With more, but I think with like that was not spur of the moment, but I think if you did like a campaign ahead of time, like a big blanket, rally or protest or whatever you want to call it. I mean, I don't know what else to do. I mean, I don't know. I hope that we're not going to wait until September before we hear anything more. That's what I'm worried about.
Why September? Why do you say September?
Well, because of Callella's date.
Oh, okay. Sentencing.
And if that is the case, then maybe they really do have somebody already that they're just waiting to compile and gather stuff. But I don't know. That's putting a lot of trust in two departments that I don't really have a lot of trust in right now.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you stopping by, Gladys.
Well, thank you guys. Good luck with everything.
See you, Gladys.
I'll be watching. Bye-bye.
Good night. Thank you, Misty. I appreciate that.
Misty's
Thank you.
awesome.
Misty's in the house. Misty.
Shout out, Misty.
We don't really have anybody else in the pipeline. I don't know how much longer we're staying on tonight, but I just wanted to kind of, emphasize that, Juanita's charge got dropped and Tucson. There you go, Tucson.
Chris and I have been emailing him. We might be in his junk folder. I sent him an email, and I sent Alex an email, and I sent 857 an email to go on his show later. And I sent them all 3 links to call in here later if they wanted to. So I sent them all 3, this StreamYard link to call in. And we might be in his junk filter because me and Chris have both been emailing him.
And just kind of just keep Nancy's name out there and see how everyone is doing and see everyone's familiar face and a lot of people in the chat.
Cover the case because we're kind of living in fear, like, even though, I mean, I don't think anything will happen if we just go and stand on the road and do report. Because
we feel uncomfortable. We're all born here in this country, man. We shouldn't be uncomfortable being out there in just a neighborhood here, and then just to me it's nuts.
I mean,
No.
but like if it was like, for instance, my family member, at the 6-month point, I would do like a candlelight vigil somewhere, you know, things like this. You know, we could do that.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Dom C says, I'm conflicted about a protest. Nancy deserves justice, but the family members doesn't seem to care.
True.
JLR Army. And that's another thing, too, a factor here. It's like
I
we're not
did.
getting any support from the family. Matter of fact, let's be honest. I don't think the family likes us. I need
Well,
Me.
the main thing is as much as this happened to the Guthrie family, this actually happened to the Pima County, Tucson community as well. I mean, we are victim. I'm a victim
We're all
right now
feeling it.
because I'm posting about Nancy Guthrie as the suspect watching me. I'm not saying he is, but you know, as Nano said, he's loose, you know, so this affected this MC. If they left the city, they're not even worried because they're not around the perp. So they don't care. You know, I mean, I guarantee you where Savannah lives, there's security guards and probably got to get. So to me, we got to stand up for the community as much as we're here for the family. And, you know, that's just my kind of stance on it.
I think we just stand up for Nancy, you know, like for a lot of times.
I'm team Nancy. I'm not
Yeah.
Guthrie family. I'm team Nancy.
That's it.
Until we get answers, I'm here for
100%.
Nancy. I'm here to find out what happened to Nancy.
They don't seem to want answers.
So
we're not gonna. We can't figure out why they don't want answers, but we're gonna keep looking for answers. Simple as that.
Tucson, what do you think the KVOA banner? How long do you think that's going to stay up for? Do you know? Did they ever say?
You know, I think they're probably on eggshells because they know if they take it down, they're gonna get crap. So if it's not bothering anybody and it's doesn't seem to be bothering them, and it
Nanos would take it down probably.
You know, I would say like at the 1 year point, you know, they might sneak it down, but you know, she's got her beautiful rock garden going there. And so, you know,
are there fresh flowers out there still? Fresh flowers?
Well, they don't last that long in the sun. They'll be, yeah.
They got the little rock garden, Lawrence rock garden. They got those. Dad's going live. Put the candles. They're still out there.
The candles, yeah.
Yeah, and so that's kind of where, you know, as far as if, you know, they're winning, not, you know, Nanos is winning, so we got to figure out how to cover the case, even if it's, he said, hey, come to the sheriff's department. He invited us.
He's not gonna, he is winning. You're right, hey, Damien, but he's not going to win, dude.
No, it's just he got a couple jabs in. And I mean, but the thing is we got to stick up for the people, because a lot of people are like, you know, they look at us and they're like, hey, that could be me. You know what I mean?
Thank you, Disney Girl.
Might be for sure. That's a good idea.
Disney Girl, thank you. Love your channel. Thank you. And Natalie says, streamers unite with a different approach. Why not a visual? Invite your fellow streamers to stream it live, flood YouTube, Nanos, the family, the community, make it a huge deal. It will bring back awareness and expose others.
Jacob, it did do a video.
Invite everybody. Nanos, come to the visual. Guthrie family, come to it. Everybody come to it. Annie and Tommaso, come. Annie and Tommaso, come. And I guess like who doesn't come? Oh, what do we got going on here? Look at this. Oh!
Beautiful. What's the dog's name?
Caesar.
Caesar sat on my lap.
And now Bear's jealous. He's coming up here.
Matter of fact, hold on, Alex. Hold on a second. Caesar up there. I want to show you something. I don't know if you're aware of this.
Why are you holding him up there?
Hold on, let me see. Get my glasses on.
You're a good boy.
I'm gonna have something for you, Alex.
You want a treat? You hungry?
See if I got something for you, Alex.
Well, what's going on in October? I didn't get the invite. I saw you guys are going to Florida.
Yeah. So yeah. I mean, if you want to come to Florida,
yeah. I mean, yeah. I want to. That's one of the states I haven't been to. I want to check that off the list.
I thought I had a photo of Tucson, you can come.
What's going on? Are you guys just doing a cruise? Are you doing the cruise?
We got some stuff going on. We'll let you know offline.
Okay.
Yeah, not the cruise, just the trip.
Well, what about the cruise, to change the subject? I mean, people are emailing me, when's the cruise? When's the cruise? And I'm like, we could plan it for next year, right? Because you can do like installments where people just pay monthly.
It gives everybody time to plan, though. I like that idea. Yeah.
Yeah, like next year, I don't know when the best time, but you can probably save money if you book ahead too. And I think it would be fun.
Something that would match true crime. What's a perfect date? And I don't know.
Alex, I had a picture with Caesar kissing Caesar in your house. I was looking for the pic. Yeah, me and Caesar kissing each other. But I can't find it. I wish I had it here.
That's
I was looking for it. Maybe I still have it somewhere. I swear I have it somewhere here.
If you go to photos, you can search and just type dog and it'll pull up all your photos of dogs, or even on the Android probably.
But I erased a lot of photos. I cleaned out my phone. I don't think I have it anymore, but I gave Caesar a kiss. No, I don't have it anymore.
he warmed up.
Here's me. That's OJ when OJ was like 3 months old.
I kept saying Oreo earlier. How old is OJ anyway?
OJ is 8.
8.
She's 8 years old.
Like I should have talking to you, her mouth was there.
OJ's over there chilling right now. OJ's good. It's not like a dog because OJ will can survive by herself.
Yeah.
At the house. She gets taken care of, but she's not like a dog.
Cats allow us to take care of them, really. This is what they do.
Does OJ go outside?
Out in the lanai. She sneaks out sometimes, but she don't go far. She's scared to go out. So Tucson, you can come out. Man, I wish I had that photo with. Sorry, I don't have it. Sorry. I kissed your dog. I don't know if you saw it, but I took some selfies and kissed your dog.
Remember I was telling you, most people don't warm, like he doesn't warm up to people, but it's like he already knew you kind of when you came the first time you came.
It's beyond sad that Nanos has made this like a competition. And as I said on Patriot Pride, I give up. I have no idea what happened or if anyone else will ever know. You guys tell me. Well, we're trying to figure it out. That's the thing.
We're not giving up.
And we're jumping in now. What's going to happen here is, if you guys wanted to watch the rest of it, I feel they're pretty much finishing up there. And Chris and I really want to read these court documents. So how about we do that, guys? I haven't had a good court document read in such a long time. So we are going to do that. Chris got these. There's 12 pages. They are from the United States Court, District Court for the District of Arizona. So I'll put Chris up. Sorry. Oh, I didn't have Chris up. I'm so sorry. Chris.
I know. You left me back in the stage. I was comfy. All that good stuff.
Did you guys hear me? You heard me. That's the most important thing. I forgot to put you up. I'm so sorry.
That's the most important thing is they saw you.
At least one of us was talking because I thought I was backstage. They wouldn't have heard nothing. So
nice.
Yeah, this would be great. A nice old-fashioned court read document. You want to say hi to your people or anything first? We've been neglecting them.
Hello, everybody.
Everyone,
good
welcome.
to see everybody.
You guys excited for this? I love doing this because I really retain stuff. Now, how do I mark things up here? What is this?
So, just so some people know, this has some stuff in it. It's not like, it's everything that he has to do, but it also has some stuff in it about
trigger warning stuff.
Happened. And
is there trigger warning stuff? Anything?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. It's just they put some of the facts in from the whole entire case of what happened, and times and other stuff. But there's a lot of for anybody. High respect. Hello, everybody.
Oh my gosh.
For anybody that hasn't seen or been involved with these records yet, there's some stuff that we'll stop on because there's some discrepancies. Oof, that's nice. My whole mic just fell apart. Sorry. there's some discrepancies in there that we'll point out. So
Does it have? It keeps resetting itself. It keeps going back. The opacity. I want it to be transparent, but it keeps going back. Do I could hit save or something?
I don't know. I've never even done that.
Because I don't want to cover the words. I want it to be transparent. Every time I do it, do I have to hit enter?
I don't know. I have no clue.
It keeps going back. Why? Oh no. This is crazy. I really want to mark things up in case, I love doing that.
Yeah.
But I've set the opacity down. And then this, I don't know what I'm doing here, guys. This is different. Maybe I should do this in Google. I'm going to do this in Google.
Yeah.
Because this is Firefox. So I'm just going to shut this down.
I know. I liked how Juanita says, "All right, guys, I gotta go. I got some people coming over."
Oh, did she?
She she did, but she went right to Pretty Little Liars live.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. I mean,
Yeah.
they can do whatever they
She's
want to
there
get
with
to as many people.
Nikki and Juanita and Copeland and yeah.
That's awesome. I'm on my other screen now. 1 second, guys. Let me find the document again. Oh, I did it to myself. I saved it I know where it is. I'm going to open it in Google Chrome because Google allows me to do things.
Allows you to do what you want.
Well, I want to be able to use the image thing. I got it.
Google's better anyway. So
open with Google Chrome. Here we go. I got it, guys. Oh, I got it. Perfect. I can shut this down. I don't need to save it. I can bring Google up here. Boom. So when I go to mark it up, I've got to download this and then save it. 1 second. So sorry. I'll save it in the same folder. I already have it in there. Wait. Oh, that's the link. Sorry, guys. I'm going to download it. I believe. Oh, boy. Don't I have that, though? Because there should be... Is this the marker? Oh, here it is. Okay, it is there. My fault. Sorry. So I could then go large and yellow. So I want to be able to highlight. No. Where's the highlight? Is it this one? I've got it, guys. I figured it out. There we go. See, I want to highlight, but I want to be able to read the words, right?
yeah,
So perfect. Okay. So anytime I want to highlight something, I could then hit the squiggly line. And after I do this, if we mark things up, I do these court documents. You got to remember, I'll spend lots of time, talking about things. I got to hit save afterwards. I'll save all of our changes. So we can continue or go over it another time or get back to them and all that good stuff. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So welcome, everyone. So wanted to start reading. Do you want to read? Want me to do a paragraph? You can do a paragraph.
Oh, you can read it if you want.
Oh, I love reading. Yeah.
You can do it.
All right, guys. The United States District Court for the District of Arizona, United States of America versus Derrick Anthony Callella. The United States of America and the defendant agree to the following disposition of this matter. 1. The plea. The defendant agrees to plead guilty to count 1 and count 2 of the indictment, charging the defendant with violations of 47 USC and a whole bunch of other numbers and harassment using telecommunications device, Class E felonies. So each time, I'll stop at each paragraph to see if you want to comment on any of these. So let's just soak this in. Or do you want to do a complete read through and then go back and break it down?
Whatever you want, whatever they want. I don't care. Whatever's.
How about we'll do the quick read through and get it on here so people can see it, and then we'll then go back and break things down, and we'll stop, I guess, if we see something extremely crazy. But
because there's going to be a couple spots where we'll stop because it's
it'll have to be
it's like
didn't sound that
it's a fault that they made.
So we're going to kind of gloss through this, guys, and then we'll go back and break it down piece by piece. So elements of the offense. 2. The elements of the offense to which the defendant is pleading guilty are the defendant and interstate or foreign commerce made a telephone call or utilized a telecommunications device, whether or not conversation or communication ensued without disclosing defendant's identity, and with the intent to abuse, threaten, or harass any specific person. maximum penalties. 3. The defendant understands and agrees that the maximum penalty for the offense to which he is pleading guilty is a fine of $250,000, a maximum term of 2 years imprisonment or both, and a maximum term of 1 year supervised release. 4. The defendant further understands and agrees to pay a fine unless the defendant establishes the applicability of the exceptions contained in a bunch of numbers of the sentencing guidelines. The defendant understands that in accordance with Title 18, United States Code, Section 3013, upon entry of judgment of conviction, there shall be assessed a $100 special assessment for each felony count. The special assessment is due and payable at the time of the defendant enters the plea of guilty and must be paid by the time of sentencing unless the defendant is indigent. If the defendant is indigent, the special assessment will be collected according to Title 18, United States Code, Chapters 227 and 229. 5. The court is required to consider the sentencing guidelines in determining the defendant's sentence. However, the sentencing guidelines are advisory, and the court is free to exercise its discretion to impose any reasonable sentence up to the maximum set by the statute for the crime of conviction, unless there are stipulations to the contrary that the court accepts. Now, the immigration consequences are number 6. The defendant recognizes that pleading guilty may have consequences with respect to the defendant's immigration status if the defendant is a recently naturalized United States citizen or is not a citizen of the United States. Under federal law, a broad range of crimes are removable offenses, including. Think you can mute that, Chris, while you're doing that?
Sorry.
No problem. Thanks, bro. A broad range of crimes are removable offenses, including the offenses to. You're not going to mute it? Want me to do it? Or? Oh,
I thought I did.
No. There you go. Sorry, guys. Although there may be exceptions, the defendant understands that the defendant's guilty plea and conviction for this offense make it practically inevitable and a virtual certainty that the defendant will be removed or deported from the United States. The defendant agrees that the defendant has discussed his eventuality with their attorney. The defendant nevertheless affirms that the defendant wants to plead guilty regardless of any immigration consequences that the plea entails, even if the consequences is the defendant's automatic removal from the United States. So the agreements regarding sentence, number 7. So the stipulations regarding sentencing pursuant to Fed R crime, some numbers and letters, the parties agree to concurrent terms of 5 years probation for count 1 and count 2. 8. Pursuant to Fed R numbers and letters, the parties agree that the defendant's total offense level is calculated as follows. A, the base level will be 6, years. B, acceptance of responsibility are -2. C, the total offense level is 4. I'm guessing years. So if you accept responsibility, you get 2 years taken off, I guess. The defendant agrees not to seek, so number 9, the defendant agrees not to seek any other adjustments in chapters 2, 3, or 4 of the sentencing guidelines or any departures from the sentencing guidelines. The defendant acknowledges that if the defendant seeks any such adjustment or departure, the government may withdraw from the plea. Notwithstanding this agreement, the parties agree that the total offense level determined under chapters 2 and 3 shall decrease by 2 levels if the defendant meets all the criteria for certain 0-point offenders pursuant to USSG, some numbers and letters. 10. Nothing in this agreement precludes the defendant from asking for a variance from the final advisory sentence. Oops, sorry. Just lost something. Where'd you go? I had a pack of mints here somewhere. Damn you. Shit. 1 sec, guys. I had some perfect, those really nice Scotch mints somewhere. Oh, here we go. Where was I? I'll do number 10 again. Sorry. Nothing in this agreement precludes the defendant from asking for a variance from the final advisory sentencing guideline range. 11. Recommendation, the acceptance of responsibility. Pursuant to Fed R crime numbers and letters, if the defendant makes full and complete disclosure to the U.S. Probation Office of the circumstances surrounding the defendant's commission of the offense, and if the defendant demonstrates an acceptance of responsibility for this offense up to and including the time of sentencing, the United States will recommend a 2-level reduction in the applicable guidelines sentencing offense level pursuant to USSG numbers letters. If the defendant has an offense level of 16 or more, the United States will move for an additional 1-level reduction in the applicable sentencing guidelines offense level pursuant to USSG numbers letters. 12. Non-binding recommendations, plural. The defendant understands that recommendations under Federal R Crime P numbers letters are not binding on the court. The defendant further understands that the defendant will not be permitted to withdraw the guilty plea if the court does not follow a recommendation. 13. Assets and financial responsibility. The defendant shall make a full accounting of all assets in which the defendant has any legal or equitable interest. The defendant shall not aid or abet any other party to self-hide, waste, spend, or transfer any such assets or property before sentencing without the prior approval of the United States, in brackets, provided, however, that no prior approval will be required for routine day-to-day expenditures, end of the brackets. The defendant also expressly authorizes the United States Attorney's Office to immediately obtain a credit report as to the defendant in order to evaluate the defendant's ability to satisfy any financial obligation imposed by the court. The defendant also shall make full disclosure of all current and projected assets to the U.S. Probation Office immediately and prior to the determination of the defendant's supervised release or probation. Such disclosures to be shared with the U.S. Attorney's Office, including the financial litigation program for any purpose. Finally, the defendant shall participate in the inmate financial responsibility program to fulfill all financial obligations due and owing under this agreement and the law. 14. The defendant understands that if the defendant violates any of the conditions of the defendant's supervised release, a supervised release may be revoked. Upon revocation, notwithstanding any other provisions of this agreement, the defendant may be required to serve a term of imprisonment or the defendant's sentence may otherwise be altered. 15. The defendant and the government agree that this agreement does not in any manner restrict the actions of the government in any other district or bind any other United States Attorney's Office. 16. The defendant understands and agrees to cooperate fully with the United States Probation Office in providing A, all criminal history information, example, all criminal convictions as defined under the sentencing guideline. B, all financial information, example, present financial assets or liabilities that relate to the ability of the defendant to pay a fine or restitution. C, all history of drug abuse, which would warrant a treatment condition as part of sentencing. And D, all history of mental illness or conditions which would warrant a treatment condition as part of sentencing. 17. If the court, after reviewing this plea agreement, concludes any provision is inappropriate, it may reject the plea agreement pursuant to rule numbers and letters, a whole bunch of them, giving the defendant, in accordance with rule, more numbers and letters and statutes, an opportunity to withdraw defendant's guilty plea. Forfeiture, number 18. Nothing in this plea agreement shall, be construed to protect the defendant from civil forfeiture proceedings or prohibit the United States from proceeding with and or initiating an action for civil forfeiture. Further, this agreement does not preclude the United States from instituting any civil proceedings as may be appropriate now or in the future, and the waiver of defenses and appeal rights. Number 19. Provided the defendant receives a sentence consistent with this agreement that does not exceed the statutory maximum or any stipulated sentence, the defendant waives 1. Any and all motions, defenses, probable cause determinations, and objections that the defendant could assert to the indictment or information, and 2. Any right to file an appeal, any collateral attack, and any other writ or motion that changes the conviction, an order of restitution or forfeiture, the entry of judgment against the defendant, or any aspect of the defendant's sentencing, including the manner in which the sentence is determined, and any sentencing guideline determinations. The defendant further waives 1. Any right to appeal the court's entry of judgment against defendant. 2. Any right to appeal the imposition of sentence upon defendant under Title 18, under States Code Section 3742, sentence appeals. 3. Any right to appeal the district court's refusal to grant requested variance. 4. Any right to collaterally attack defendant's conviction and sentence under Title 28, under States Code Section 2255, or any other collateral attack. And 5. Any right to file a motion for modification of sentence, including under Title 18, United States Code Section 3582C, except for the right to file a compassionate release motion under 18 U.S.C. numbers and letters, and to appeal the denial of such a motion. The defendant acknowledges that this waiver shall result in the dismissal of any appeal or collateral attack the defendant might file challenging the defendant's conviction or sentence in this case. If the defendant files a notice of appeal or a habeas petition, notwithstanding this agreement, the defendant agrees that this case shall, upon motion of the government, be remanded to the district court to determine whether the defendant is in breach of this agreement, and if so, to permit the government to withdraw from the plea agreement. 1 second, just wanted to see if I zoom in one. I might as well just do that. Oh, I should have done that before. Could have gone 2 times. This waiver shall not be construed to bar an otherwise preserved claim of ineffective assistance of counsel or of prosecutorial misconduct, as that term is defined by sections, numbers, letters, ethics, yada, yada, yada. Restitution of prosecution. 20. Nothing in this agreement shall be construed. Actually, I should check chat. Is everything okay? We all good, guys? I forgot to check in the chat. Have I missed anything? Are we doing good? You guys having fun? Oh, you're very welcome. You guys liking this? A whole bunch of there we go. Respect, perfectly said. A whole bunch of numbers and letters. Yeah, there's no sense in reading some of those little codes and that. So I'll just carry on. 20. Nothing in this agreement shall be construed to protect the defendant in any way from prosecution for perjury, false declaration, or false statement, or any other offense committed by the defendant after the date of this agreement. In addition, if the defendant commits any criminal offense between the date of this agreement and the date of the sentencing, the government will have the right to withdraw from this agreement. Any information, statements, documents, and evidence which the defendant provides to the United States pursuant to this agreement may be used against the defendant in all such proceedings. 21. If the defendant's guilty plea is rejected, withdrawn, vacated, or reversed by any court in a later proceeding, the government will be free to prosecute the defendant for all charges as to which it has knowledge, and any charges that were dismissed because of this plea agreement will be automatically reinstated. In such event, the defendant waives any objection, motions, or defenses based upon the Speedy Trial Act or the Sixth Amendment to the Constitution as to delay occasioned by the later proceedings, the defendant agrees that the stipulations set forth under agreements regarding sentence will not be offered if prosecution is reinstituted. Plea addendum number 22. This written plea agreement and any written addenda filed as attachments to the plea agreement contain all the terms and conditions of the plea. Any additional agreements, if any such agreements exist, shall be recorded in a separate document and may be filed with the court under seal. Accordingly, additional agreements, if any, may not be in the public record. The waiver of defendant's rights and factual basis, the waiver of rights, number 23. I have read each of the provisions of the entire plea agreement with the assistance of counsel and understands its provisions. I have discussed the case and my constitutional and other rights with my attorney. I understand that by entering my plea of guilty, I will be giving up my right to plead not guilty, to trial by jury, to confront, cross-examine, and compel the attendance of witnesses, to present evidence in my defense, to remain silent and refuse to be a witness against myself by asserting my privilege against self-incrimination. All with the assistance of counsel, to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, and to appeal. 24. I agree to enter my guilty plea as indicated above on the terms and conditions set forth in this agreement. 25. I have been advised by my attorney of the nature of the charge to which I am entering my guilty plea. I've been advised by my attorney of the nature and range of the possible sentence, and that I will not be able to withdraw my guilty plea if I am dissatisfied with the sentence the court imposes. 26. My guilty plea is not the result of force, threats, assurances, or promises, other than the promises contained in this agreement. I agree to the provisions of this agreement as a voluntary act on my part, rather than at the direction of or because of the recommendation of any other person, and I agree to be bound according to its provisions. I agree that any potential sentence referred to herein is discussed with my attorney is not binding on the court and is merely an estimate. 27.
Hey, Shivy.
Yes.
Carol would like to come on the panel. Can you email her the link?
Well, we're almost, yeah. You got it, right? You can send it to her?
Oh, yeah, I do have it. Never mind. Forget it.
Yeah, and we'll finish, tell her when she's got, we've got 4 more pages and then we'll pull her out.
Yep. All right.
Yeah, send it to her.
I forgot I had it, too.
Yeah, you silly. See, I could have been done this page already. Silly.
I know.
No. 27. I agree that this written plea agreement contains all the terms and conditions of my plea, and that promises made by anyone, including my attorney, that are not contained within this written plea agreement are without force and effect and are null and void. 28. I'm satisfied that my defense attorney has represented me in a competent manner. 29. I am not now on or under the influence of any drug, medication, liquor, or other intoxicant or depressant, which would impair my ability to fully understand the terms and conditions of this plea agreement for the factual basis and relevant conduct. 30. I further agree that the following facts accurately describe my conduct in connection with the offense to which I am pleading guilty, and that if this matter were to proceed to trial, the government could prove the elements of the offense beyond a reasonable doubt. But this is not meant to be a complete recitation of all facts relevant to the underlying criminal conduct or all facts known to either party that relate to the conduct. So there's something here. I don't know what it is exactly. Looks like it's a quotes or like looks like an agreement. So this is something small here. It says NG was last seen. Oh, Nancy Guthrie was last seen inside her residence in Tucson, Arizona on January 31st, 2026. Nancy Guthrie is an 84-year-old woman with mobility issues that likely preclude her from walking long distances unassisted. On the morning of February 1st, 2026, a friend of Nancy Guthrie's contacted the victim's family and notified them that Nancy Guthrie had not attended church that morning. At approximately noon on February 1st, 2026, Nancy Guthrie's family entered her residence and determined that she was missing and reported her disappearance to law enforcement. Law enforcement arrived shortly thereafter and determined that Nancy Guthrie had left basic essentials inside her home, including her wallet, car, cell phone, hearing aid, and medication. Nancy Guthrie's blood was found on the outside of her residence near the porch. On February 2nd, 2026, KOLD and a CBS affiliate in Tucson, Arizona, received a ransom demand via their online tip portal. The demand listed a Bitcoin wallet address to receive the ransom payment. This ransom demand was made public. On February 4th, 2026, Nancy Guthrie's family published a video asking Nancy Guthrie's kidnappers to contact them about their mother. Oh boy. On or about February 4th, 2026, shortly after the February 2nd, 2026 video was published, Annie Guthrie, the daughter of Nancy Guthrie and Tommaso, what is his name? Cepino or something? Tommaso something Cepino or Annie Guthrie. I'm just going to go with Tommaso and Annie from now on. I'll go Nancy.
Yeah.
At all. So Tommaso, Annie's husband, each received a text message from phone. Here, I'll put Carol. So let me just, I'll put this here. I'll put Carol up for a second. So Carol, you ready to come up? Here we go. Oh, it's not working. There we go. Hi, Carol. What's up?
I'm here.
Are you here? So we'll just say a quick hi. You want to say hello to everyone quick?
Hello, everyone.
And I'm just going to finish reading this. There's like 2 more pages, it looks like, okay? Yeah. Then we can chit-chat as much as you want. Sound good?
I'm good.
All right. So Annie's husband, Tommaso, Annie's husband, each received a text message from the phone number, lots of numbers, stating, "Did you get the Bitcoin? We are waiting on our end for the transaction." Callella sent the text messages to Annie and Tommaso from California, while Annie and Tommaso were in Arizona. Law enforcement agents determined that the 0552 number was associated with a voice over internet protocol text and call application that allows users to obtain another phone number for their mobile device, separate from the number assigned to them by their wireless carrier. The 0552 number was registered to the following email address, derrick.Callella@gmail.com. The records also indicated that the 0552 number had been accessed from the following IP address, a bunch of numbers, at approximately 6:02 p.m. on February the 4th, 2026. The IP address was associated with Callella's residence in California. After Miranda warnings, Callella admitted to sending the text messages to Annie and Tommaso. Defendant did not identify himself on the text messages. He admitted to using the VoIP account from which the actual text messages came from. Callella stated that he pulled the family information from a website and that he was following along and watching TV about the Nancy Guthrie case. When Callella sent the text messages to Annie and Tommaso, he was trying to see if the family would respond. About 3 minutes after the text messages were sent, Callella called a family member of Nancy Guthrie's, which call lasted approximately 9 seconds. Defendant intended to harass Annie and Tommaso by seeking information about the investigation into Nancy Guthrie's disappearance, all while knowing that Nancy Guthrie was Annie's mother and Tommaso's mother-in-law, that Nancy Guthrie was missing, and that an earlier ransom demand had been made. I have read this agreement, or it has been read to me in Spanish, and I have carefully reviewed every part of it with my attorney. I understand it, and I voluntarily agree to it. The date he signed it, so the defense attorney's approval. I have discussed this cause and the plea agreement with my client in detail, have and have advised the defendant of all matters within the scope of Rule 11, Federal R, Crime P, the constitutional and other rights of an accused, the factual basis for and the nature of the offense to which the guilty plea will be entered, possible defenses, and the consequences of the guilty plea, including the defendant's waiver of the rights to appeal. No assurances, promises, or representations have been given to me or the defendant by the government or by any of its representatives, which are not contained in this written agreement. I concur in the entry of the plea as indicated above and on the terms and conditions set forth in this agreement as in the best interest of my client. I agree to make a bona fide effort to ensure the guilty plea is entered in accordance with all the requirements of Rule 11 FedR Crime P. So that's the attorney signing it and dating it. Government approval. I refute this matter and the plea agreement. I agree on behalf of the United States that the terms and conditions set forth are appropriate and are in the best interest of justice. Timothy Corkane. And there's more. What's this? It's like a second charge. I'll just blow through it. There's only 2 pages. So this one is the waiver and order amendment release. Oh, here's his release conditions. I recognize I have statutory right under a bunch of numbers in Federal Rules of Criminal Procedure, Rule 44, to assistance of counsel and a hearing before my pretrial release conditions are amended. I hereby voluntarily waive my statutory right to a hearing and agree to the following amendment of my release conditions. The following conditions shall be added. The defendant shall reside at an inpatient substance use treatment facility or a halfway house as deemed appropriate, and shall follow all program requirements, including the directions of staff members. The defendant is required to make a co-payment forward toward the cost of services as directed the Pretrial Services Division. The U.S. Marshal Service is authorized, if requested by the program director or an authorized staff member, to remove the defendant from the program for non-compliance at any time, including evenings, weekends, and holidays, and place the defendant in temporary custody pending court proceedings. Upon completion, the defendant is allowed to reside at a residence approved by the Pretrial Services Divisions. So a couple of people, the U.S. Attorney, Assistant, and his defense. That looks like it. And then they signed it. Wow. So we'll go back to the beginning. So, did Carol leave? Carol disappeared. Chris, are you there?
Yeah, man.
Did Carol disappear?
I guess so. Carol, where'd you go?
I don't know. I did hear a bop. Did she come backstage? I wasn't even thinking that she left. So I did hear like one of those bop things. So maybe that was her coming back. I don't even know because I was reading. So let me know. I'll know now. I wasn't really. Did you hear that boop? I heard a noise. I
only heard it the first time when you brought her in. That's it.
I think I just heard it a minute or two ago. I didn't know she had left, so I didn't know it really even meant anything. So maybe she had connection problems. So, what were the important parts we should break down here?
Well, I mean, the few of them it's more about what they put in about the case itself, not about all his crap at the beginning. But first of all, like, I don't know how many people watched that type of stuff. How many people watched the interview room when they went over this and not? Because if you didn't, reading through this and not really, not a lot understand everything in here. But anyways, the first thing that stuck out to me is when it said that he texted Annie and Tommaso and didn't get a reply, and he called a third family member.
Right. Where was that? It's gonna be right on here. So
it wasn't
the phone number. They were showing the phone number. Right?
Yeah, it wasn't Savannah that he called. So the only other family member that he would have been able to get in touch with would have been Annie and Tommaso's son.
So that was the second. That's the second thing. So the first part they talked about was the timing and anything. So
Yep.
I'm wondering why they didn't put a time. Like it just says Nancy Guthrie was last seen inside her residence in Tucson, Arizona.
There's the
Why
problem.
wouldn't they put a time?
But that's the problem that they were explaining. This, what you're reading right here, this document, that's it. There's no changing this. There's no updating this. There's nothing. So if anything comes back down the line later on,
So who saw her then in the residence? I guess Tommaso dropping her. No.
I was hoping you could tell me.
Wait a second.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Nancy Guthrie was last seen inside her residence. How? She was dropped off by an Uber, right?
No, she was dropped off supposedly at the Annie's house by the Uber.
Oh, right. And they drove her back.
Tommaso drove her back, supposedly.
So Tommaso didn't take her inside, did he?
Nope.
What did he say he did? He dropped her off on the driveway?
Mm-hmm. And that's it. So we don't know.
I mean,
she walked in the house, and this is perfect where you have it. So the first thing, like I said, we'll go back to it, but he called a third family member, right? So like you just pointed out, there's no times listed here for her. What time? There's no times here. So if down the road they have to go back to this stuff, that first paragraph that you read, that's what they have to go by. So there's no time, so they can't use a time in court because this is the final thing. This is his plea. He's done. So, and then the next thing is actually right in this same paragraph.
There we go. I'll just keep it like that. So I'll keep that highlighted there.
Yeah. So
this was last seen in her residence in Tucson. No, she wasn't.
That's it.
Unless they're going to play semantics that he dropped her off and maybe she walked in through the garage and that's inside her residence.
Well, I think she went in through the garage. I don't think she's not going to walk around to the front door, and she's not going to walk around to the back door to the gate. She's going to go through the garage because remember the garage opened and closed. They have that time.
So if he's seen her walk in, he may have even if he stood there if he sat there while she opened the door and went in, he's seen her inside. So it's not. I don't think it's that salacious in that sense.
So to where your pointer is now.
Timu girlfriend. Look at this. Timu girlfriend got a membership for Sweet Dude Chibi and gifted 5 memberships to Timu. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
Great job. Thank you.
Let me read them out for Timu. Wonderful. My Timu girlfriend, I ordered her from Timu. Is that a place? Timu?
Yes.
So Darren received a gift. MaineCoonMama.com 3462. No, it wasn't respect. Skip. Lane Branton and Miss Pauline K. Welcome to Shibu's Angels.
Congratulations, all.
Did I miss anything else in chat? Sorry. Thank you, Timu girlfriend. And so, what were you saying?
So, I'm gonna read a line right where you have it is fine.
Oh.
So,
Carol wants the link again. What did you do with it? Wait, we're not putting it in the chat, are we? I guess you can.
No.
Yeah, send it to her by email. Right.
I did.
Oh, okay. She wants it again, I guess.
Yeah. Give me a. Let me.
Did she delete the email on you? Silly goose.
No, because I did it another way.
Oh. Alrighty.
Hold on.
It's secretive.
You should still
what are you
be
doing?
this though.
Sending smoke signals?
Yes, I do. We have a smoke signal.
Ooh. So at first it sounds bad. Nancy Guthrie was last seen inside her residence, but technically, if he stood there while the garage, if he's parked there, and she walks into that door to get into like her kitchen or wherever it goes, he's seen her in her residence, and she would have shut the door, and then the garage might have closed, and so yeah, I don't think that's a big deal, really. I don't want to ruin it for them guys, but did they make a big deal of this?
Yes, because it is a big deal,
Chris. But how though?
Because there's no time.
Right.
There's no time.
Oh,
and then
did he give a time to Tommaso?
Yeah, there was, I forget, it was 9:30, 9:40,
Yeah.
50, somewhere
Yeah.
in there. But it's
Why-
not in
why
this
aren't the times
report,
here?
so they can't use that time against him if this has to go back to court for some reason. It can't, because this is his final plea. That's it. So if you read down, law enforcement arrived shortly thereafter and determined that
Where?
NG.
This paragraph?
Yeah, right there. It's, like the third line up from the bottom. Nope, go back.
Okay.
Yeah, right there. It says NG had left basic essentials inside her home, including her wallet, car, cell phone, hearing aid, and medication. What's missing?
Her phone?
Nope.
I didn't hear it. Sorry, I was.
This is what she left, including her wallet, her car, her cell phone, hearing aid, and medication. What's one of the most important things? And it's missing from this paragraph. Her watch.
Right. Why am I not seeing that? What are you looking at? Oh, here. Oh, this one. I forget. I get it. Sorry. I've daydreamed.
It's right at line 22 and 23.
Yeah. I see it.
So they didn't put her watch in there. They left the watch out. So there goes, and so the way they were explaining it, there goes a piece of evidence. So if for some reason this had to go back for something, you can't use that watch now because they didn't include it in here.
Wait a second. Does everything? So if it's not here in Callella's filing,
Yeah,
they
because
couldn't
this is
use
his
it for
plea.
the next if they find someone.
No, not again. They can't use it back against Callella for some reason because it's not
Mhm.
in the plea. They left it out.
Right.
But here's the other thing. All of them on the show said that all the stuff that we're reading here about Nancy's house, the home, what she left, anything that happened, shouldn't even be in this plea agreement. It means nothing in the plea agreement. They were like, it shouldn't be in here. It has nothing to do with him pleading guilty to making those texts and the phone call and the Bitcoin thing.
Does
Why?
this benefit anyone? Does it benefit the state or
again,
the
I don't-
defense to get it into the record?
I don't know. I mean, I didn't listen to their whole show. I couldn't, but
Well,
I don't
since
know,
there's
but-
no other suspects, it would either be Callella's lawyers that find some benefit in getting this out
Right.
here, this info out there, or
I think they loved it.
Yeah,
because
So
they
here we
left
go.
out important stuff.
Carol?
Yeah, I think
Hello,
I heard
Carol.
Carol come in.
Hi,
Carol.
what are you doing? I
Carol.
don't hear you. We don't hear you.
Carol.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Sort of.
Yeah. Can you hear us?
Oh,
I can hear you.
We can hear you.
hey, what's up? Hi. Oh, are you listening through YouTube? That's why you're probably delayed. You have to transition to StreamYard audio.
Oh, I shut everything off.
Oh, okay. So you hear me. So say hello as fast as you can. Hello.
Hello.
Okay, so we're pretty close. All right.
And you
So
can
what's
hear
up?
both of us?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Awesome.
Cool.
So how's Carol this evening? Is this my first time physically talking to my lovely Carol?
Well, hello.
Is this our first time? Yeah, I don't think I've talked to you on other shows and that, right? I've heard you call in a bunch of times, but I haven't had the pleasure. Oh boy. Lucky me.
Lucky you.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw. So you want to say anything? Hi to everyone or do say anything you want. You got the floor.
I don't know. Like, I don't understand how those women cannot care about their mother. I just don't. Like,
Whoa.
You're talking about Savannah and Annie.
yes.
Yeah. It does seem like more people, most people would do much more than what they've done.
Yes.
So,
Like, I don't make a lot of money,
Mhm.
but I would make sure
Of course.
that they were taken care of.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I said. Like, he asked for 1 Bitcoin. I would have been on the text like, listen, I'll give you $1 million right now. Just bring my mother back.
Like,
Mhm.
what like
No question.
what is one Bitcoin?
60,000. I mean, now it's down more, but I mean, at that time, I think it was like $63,000. Why are you asking for that though? Like, you know what? I don't know. Is like going to jail for the rest of your life worth $63,000?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, but again, Mr. Callella is a drug addict. So
Okay.
60
First of all, I don't understand. Like, my first thing was why weren't those cameras turned on? Or like, we're talking like a popular woman, okay?
Mhm.
And you don't have ring cameras or anything at that home?
Well,
Like,
which Nancy's home?
yes.
She had Ring camera.
No, but there was no subscriptions.
Yeah. Now that I would ask.
Come on.
I'm my own self problem with that, but I can honestly tell you it doesn't matter if you have a subscription or not. They record everything. All you have to do is get either a court order or a police report for them asking for video, and they can find it. That's what I did to get mine. I didn't have a subscription either, but it's you can get it. They got it for me. They just need somebody to ask.
Okay, guys, look. She is a wealthy woman, and you're telling me?
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
I don't know though. I mean, is she wealthy?
What's it? Yeah, she's well off. That's an affluent neighborhood. Her daughter, of course, she's wealthy. She's taken care of, even just in the sense that she was married with a man long time. She's retired. She had assets and money. She could have dipped into that house. She would have had money for a subscription.
I'm not talking
well off. I'm sure
that's easy. That's.
But I see all the jewelry she's got on, and I'm guessing that she was fine.
What didn't matter anyways? It's the daughter. I mean, I would have paid for my mother's anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered.
Exactly, is what I'm saying. Like, that's my
why
point.
it's suspicious.
No matter what, and you don't have a life alert. Like,
I know.
Yeah, at her age, or in her condition, yeah.
Of course, you should, just because. You know, I mean, she's a fall danger. She's a fall hazard. She can't walk far. And you know, I took a lot of heat for saying, what kind of a fight could she have put up besides slapping somebody? She's not. You know, I'm sorry.
Why take heat for that?
Because they were all over me for saying that in the chat. They're like, well, why would you think she wouldn't? I'm like, dude, she can't even walk 50 feet.
But
she could have tried.
Right.
I'm sure she slapped somebody, but
yeah.
she wasn't.
Maybe mistook you. She wouldn't have the guts to do it in sense.
No.
But I think if it would be like the physical, like she would obviously not be very strong. And as a man, I don't even think it would hurt me.
You know
at all.
what, honey? I am 58 years old. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's not 84.
Someone start, like, I'm 4'11". Okay.
Yeah. Right.
But
that's different. 58
they
is different.
come at me, I'm in a fight.
Right.
Yeah, you are.
58.
Yes, you are.
Wait, in 30 years. Well, in 30 years, though.
Couldn't though. She could barely walk.
She's 84.
What is she gonna do? I mean, like I said, if she's even taken.
I understand what you're saying, Chris. It's not that she wouldn't want to try
she
to.
would hit, scratch, do whatever, but she ain't putting up a big fight.
Yeah.
Even if it's the last thing she could do, she doesn't have the strength. She can't even barely walk. But that's beside the point. My other thing is,
I want to tell you what. My boys would tell you.
Again, you're 58. You're young.
Yeah,
she was 84.
It's different, Carol. You're 58. She's 84
it doesn't matter.
years old that can't walk.
If somebody comes at me,
what? Yeah, but it does matter in the sense that we can't compare the two.
Well, honey, I was just saying, no matter what situation,
right?
They're coming at me.
I
I'm
would
fighting.
think so.
Yeah, well, of course. I would hope you would.
You sound
is,
strong now, but in 30 years, I don't know how strong people will be at 84.
With a
even
cane.
had the right attitude they still have that gumption to go at it. At 84, you're not going to be as strong as you were
And
now.
she was probably scared shitless. But here, this is my question to you. Do you think she was kidnapped?
Oh, somebody give a gift to somebody?
I don't at all. I don't think so if she wasn't kidnapped, then what happened? You know what I'm saying? So then
I'm sorry, I have my own, and I try to keep it like just quiet.
No, you say it. Say it. It's what? Don't keep it in. Tell us. Tell us what you think. That's how we learn. Maybe it's something nobody ever thought of. But, I mean, come right out and say it.
I think it's political. I honestly do.
It could be. Who knows? It could be.
And I don't want to sound, stupid or whatever.
You're not stupid. You won't sound stupid. Not here with us.
Look at all these scientists going missing. And
I know.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't know what to think in this world anymore. I really don't.
Of course not. But if it's political, what do you think makes it political? Does it have to do with the what's his name's files, or what do you think it's political for?
There was something in her, like, she knew more, and she had something in her safe.
Possibility. That's what I was asking the other night. I was like, what do you think she had in the safe? Was it paperwork? Was it something that they could hold over somebody's head? Or was it, her husband and everything that he did in the mines and stuff? Did he have gems? Did he find gold? I mean, did they have stuff like that in the safe? Or was it just, money? But here's my question. If it was political, well, no, I don't know. That doesn't make sense to me. But not what you said, what I was going to say. So that doesn't make sense. So I'm not going to even say it. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, you know what? Look at one of the 33,000 scenarios that we've seen, heard, said. One of them's it. I mean, one of them's it. And when you say political, to me, that involves the family. So, I mean, Nancy, she wasn't really involved with all the stuff that like Savannah would be involved with, right? So if it's political, it has to involve Savannah. It doesn't just involve Nancy for just out of the blue. So I would say that's where it sits.
It's just weird.
But the whole thing's weird. Like, I mean, this poor lady's just gone. But here I say poor lady, and is she? A lot of people have been saying lately that she's in protective custody.
And I said that too.
Right.
I don't know what to believe.
Yeah,
I honestly don't know what to believe.
Nobody
I
does.
don't.
That protective custody, I think that's just one of many things. My spidey sense gave me those vibes when I saw the feet from Mark's drone video. Just little times I thought, are they trying to, like, that switcheroo when the car went the other night? Like, were they switching somebody in and out like you see in the movies? And Tommaso walked out. Could that have been like a guy? They're trading positions with people, and it just felt weird. Something just felt weird. That's
the thing. Like, I mean,
we don't know, guys.
Exactly.
And that's what.
There's no good view either. Like, everything's like hidden. Like, everything. Like, you can't see the garage. You can't see like what I want to see in the garage.
All right, if it was my mother, I would be out there speaking.
Right.
Okay. If I had nothing to hide. Okay.
No. And if you were out there searching for your mother, you wouldn't be driving down the street hiding your face either.
That was my first thing. And everyone's known that's what my thing was.
Right. And
why are you hiding your face?
I've taken heat for that too. Well, they want to be left alone. Their mother's missing. Well, bullshit, dude. If your mother's missing and you're driving someplace, you're not hiding your face. They already know who the fuck. Excuse me.
I mean, sunglasses and a hat are plenty hiding.
Yeah.
You don't
dude, be real. And then where's her son? I have issues with Cameron. Where is he? He was here and made the stupid fucking video that made him look like a puppet, and now he's gone. He leaves. Just see you later, goodbye.
And there's nothing.
Right. And Savannah goes back to work, which, look at, she's well off. So isn't her husband. And if her work said, listen, you're under contract, you have to come back. We need you back here.
Mm-hmm.
She has a decision to make. It's either leave my mother missing, or we think she's dead, or we know she's already dead. I'm going back to work. Or, you know what? My mom's missing. I'm not coming back. Well,
I couldn't be back.
You're going to be
I
terminated.
found my mother.
Okay.
How long did she take off? Was it weeks or months?
No, it was at least, what are we going to say, like a month and a half, maybe 2 months? Maybe?
If in that month off, if she did a bunch of treacherous searching, endless searches every day or every other day, I would understand. But if she did nothing like that, then I could see it. Why would you?
Yeah, they stayed in their house.
Shibby, she did nothing.
No,
right.
none of it.
Nothing.
Yeah, so that's why I'm just saying. Yeah.
And now, if my wife wakes me up tomorrow morning and says, "Hey," or no, I'm sorry, if my
mom's missing,
sister-in-law calls me and says, my husband's missing or whatever, you know what I mean? It's like, whatever. I'm going. Where's Tommaso? He hasn't even said a word. The son-in-law. I'd be all over the state, but the son-in-law hasn't even said one single word to us, or to anything. Why not? And in these plea papers that we're reading right here, why in the world did Callella text Tommaso? Why did he involve Tommaso in that? It has nothing to do with Tommaso. It has to do with animals.
Yeah.
And that's another big thing that they popped up. Why would you text Tommaso? It has nothing to do with him.
Okay. First of all, why do we not have anything from the Uber driver? Okay.
Because it's hush. This is to me, this is what it is. It's a cover up. They don't want anybody to know anything. The Uber driver is been spoken to, as they say. We don't know that. And if they have been, just like the neighbors and her friends, the church people, they all have gag orders. You don't say a word.
But why? Why a gag order?
Is there a gag order? Is everyone under gag?
Nobody knows that, but nobody will speak. The Uber person has the
voluntary.
Right. Yeah,
like a voluntary.
The Uber person has the right to speak out right now.
Probably.
So why wouldn't you?
I don't understand why.
Because it's a cover up. They're covering something up, and they're telling everybody, "Don't say a word."
Now, with the Uber guy, there may be a few stipulations where he can't talk about publicly people.
I can talk about anything because I was.
No, we can't. No.
I was Uber.
You can't reveal customers. Well, you think you can go around revealing your customers' information and time schedule?
No. I'm saying
I don't think so.
No. If the Uber driver wanted to come out and say, "Oh yeah, I dropped Nancy off at her house,"
but I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know, dude. You sure you can do that?
Yeah.
But
you can't tell him.
How are you sure?
Public.
Wait a second.
Because
it's public information.
You can't tell somebody like that not to say that unless you give them a gag order.
But I'm talking about under the rules of Uber. He probably signed a lot of agreements.
No.
There's no, honey. And that's the thing.
Hello, I was Uber for 5 years.
Shibby.
Okay. All right,
There's a difference. Like, I love you, but in Canada and in America, it's different. Okay.
I'm talking about you guys in the States. I'm not even talking about here. So
what I'm saying is,
Yeah,
I don't know.
no,
You've,
and
si-
even
you've read that whole agreement. So let's pull up the Uber agreement. It's probably 10 pages of tiny print. You sure there's nothing in there that says that you can't talk about your customer? And
No,
you'll
no,
be
no.
held
I'm not. You're
liable.
not giving out any information. All I'm saying is,
Okay.
right now in
Okay,
this
so
case,
then I'm wrong. You guys are right.
No,
All right.
no. In this case, the only reason I'm saying it is because this is what Chris and his whole panel had said. There's no reason that this Uber driver doesn't come out and say anything unless they put a gag order or they're threatened.
A gag order we would hear about. We would know
That's what
about that
I'm
because that
saying.
would be for the
We would
courts.
know. That's what I'm
But
saying.
You would think, but we haven't
what if he
heard
wants to
of
stay
it.
working for Uber and doesn't want to lose his job?
No, I mean that's an opinion too. But if he wanted to, or she, I thought I heard, was it a she or a he? I thought I heard both. But anyways, it's up to them. You know what I mean? And most people are probably going to say, you know what, I don't want to be involved.
We lost Carol again. She dropped out.
Okay, roll.
She might be having connection issues.
Maybe, yeah. So
she just disappeared there, or she might have hit the wrong button if she was trying to do something.
She
Because
can
if
pop
you're on
back
the phone, it's StreamYard on the phone. I hate using it. On the
yeah, I
computer,
don't.
It's so much easier.
And you can't even. Like I can't even. Because you can only do it as a guest.
Do what?
StreamYard on your mobile.
No.
I can't get into it. It tells me I can
do it.
only. How do you get into it?
You log into StreamYard. You have to log in. You don't click the link. Like when you click these links, you're just going to this link.
No,
Anybody
I
can
mean,
do
when
this.
I bring up StreamYard, like right now on my phone.
Are you logged? You can't log into your account on StreamYard? Because I am.
No, it won't let me. It says
I'm
this
in
is
there.
only
I
for
control
guests.
I can go in and do everything here on the show.
Yeah, see, I can't.
I'm not sure why. What phone is it?
iPhone.
And you're going through the browser and you can't.
Yeah, it says.
Oh.
So let me see here. It says.
You got to enter the studio.
Yeah, I know. No, it's like when I try to do it, it says our app is currently for guests only.
You're using the app. You got to go through the browser to get all these features. Sign in through the browser. I don't use any apps.
Oh, maybe that's
the Safari browser.
Oh, forget
Anytime
it.
you like when you're doing YouTube, if you want to do things like memberships, you can't do it on these apps. You got to go sign in through the Safari browser.
You can only be a guest on the app, anyways. You can't be.
Oh, I don't know. I don't even use the app.
I gotta do it the other way. I got you.
So log in through Safari.
Yeah.
And you'll get it'll be the same as a computer.
later.
It's a little bit different. It's a little, it's not as easy, but it's the exact same. Like it's just kind of squished together and standing up and portrait.
Yep. Can you believe that this clown in the paragraph that you have up in the middle right now?
It is funny, eh?
Used his email
and his own IP address. What a ridiculous guy.
He uses the voice thing to text, but yet then he uses his email and his own IP address.
Like I could imagine, I have a real one for @me, and if I was the dumbest person should what? Why would he use that?
That's so stupid.
It
But
makes no sense. I mean, it's the person either was set up by someone or wanted to be caught. How could you not even consider that?
And
is he that dumb?
Yeah. Like, I mean, hello.
Wow.
But it was smart enough to use the voice thing on the text. But stupid, the VoIP thing that changes your phone number, it hides your phone number. Up here, it allows users to obtain another phone number for their mobile. So he uses that smartly, but then he uses his regular email and IP address.
That is wild.
I mean, that was another thing they brought up.
At least if his regular email was like a crouching tiger, hidden dragon, that whatever. Like,
nope, his is
Derrick. It's his literal name. The only thing it's missing is his middle name. He would have been great to get add that.
Yep. It's
just
pretty
crazy.
There's so much.
That first paragraph. Did we finish everything in here? That was about the he's seen her in the home.
Yep.
Contacted the victim's family and notified them Nancy had not attended church. So her friends contacted the victim's family. I wish they would put times in here. This is why do the court document stuff.
That's why it's a screw up on the court.
Here's one. Approximately noon on the 1st, family entered her residence.
which is
It was around 11. I thought they
it's
said
not the
11.
right time. It's not that was the other thing. It's not the right time. It was like 11.
Yeah,
11
11:14 or something.
So
Yeah.
the time's even wrong there. But you know what I did find out yesterday too is that the homicide detectives, they didn't get there till 2 p.m. the next day.
That's crazy.
It's a little shocking. 2 p.m. the next day. Crazy. So, and the first and second letters, they didn't go to TMZ first. The first and second letters went to Arizona and then to TMZ. See, KOLD was the first person to get the ransom. And then KOV, whatever the bad one was, got the second one, and then TMZ got it. And they had explained why KOLD and them got the letters first is because it went to their online tip line. It's untraceable.
Right.
You can't trace it.
Nope.
Not even
You know what I was just
FBI.
thinking about? Maybe the discrepancy in time is maybe they contacted them by 11 or 11:15, and it would have taken them half an hour, 45 minutes to drive there. And that's why they say 12. And I'm not trying to make excuses for them. I'm just trying to.
No, I thought it said in here somewhere.
Because if the friend
called.
contacted them and notified them that Nancy had attended church in the morning, it could have been at 11. It would have to be however long it takes them to get there. Because even if they just jumped in their car and went, they said they were there by noon, approximately noon. They went in the house. So to contact them and them, if they're, how close are they? Any of them are pretty close, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
they would have to
2 miles,
quarter to
2 miles away.
by 11:30, quarter to 12. You'd have to get, you'd throw your clothes on, whatever you're doing, getting, I don't know, get ready to go out of the house, or just if it's your mom, you'd probably just jump in the car and not really worry how you looked. So couldn't have been earlier than 11:45 a.m.
Nope.
That they were notified.
And then so like when you read under what you had highlighted, the medication, and then you look at Nancy Guthrie's blood was found on the outside of her residence near the porch. What does that have to do with his plea agreement?
Carol wants the link again. Is there a reason? Well, how are you sending her this link?
I
It doesn't
emailed
go
it to her.
bad. Carol, you can just tap the same link. It doesn't go bad.
I just emailed it to her. Hold on, let me do it again.
Is she? Or she having internet problems? Maybe she can't get to her.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
The same link works if you can open that email and just tap it, or you can send it a fresh one. Yeah, I know we're just kind of talking about this to see if things pop out, but family entered the residence. She was and entered her residence and determined that she was missing and reported her disappearance to law enforcement. Her wallet, car, cell phone, hearing aid, and medication. She left her home. Left basic essentials: her wallet, car, cell phone. Did they say anything about her keys?
Nope. No keys.
Were the keys taken? Or they didn't mention it?
Nope.
Why are they mentioning her wallet and not your keys? Because that's a basic essential.
Yep. And the phone, that was the biggest issue. Oh, it was on the ground. It wasn't on the ground. But that's also what was tracking her hot thing, too. That phone tracked her hot stuff, too. So, but that's what I'm saying. Like, there's so much stuff that's left out of this plea agreement that really doesn't have anything to do with his plea agreement. He wasn't there. He wasn't at the house. He wasn't in Arizona. He was in California. So none of this stuff that's in here, they said on the interview room, they couldn't understand why it's in here because it has nothing to do with him. Just the phone calls and the phone call and the text. But
so I think it's suspicious that the keys aren't included, because those are, if they're listing basic essentials, what else would the basic essential be that's not here? Like
her phone,
her purse. Like, don't women have purses, not wallets? Like, is that?
Who knows?
Because
Like-
I think women have their wallet in their purse. No, most of them.
Well, I don't know, but one of the most important things for me that I would like to know if they're putting it in here is, did she have her cane? Because remember, she walked with a cane.
Then that's a basic essential because that's
Yeah,
something
is
she
there a
would
cane
need, yeah.
there, or did they take the cane, or did she leave
So
with it?
the purse, the cane, and keys so far are a couple basics
Yep.
that are missing. What
So-
else could we consider basic? Those are pretty. That's pretty much it. But keys are because like, who leaves their home without a key? If you're going out, you have your keys. Even if you're walking, I'll take your keys and lock the door.
Right.
You take even one little house key or something. Like.
Mm-hmm.
So what I was thinking also about Callella, I'm no sorry about Tommaso. I was just thinking, what if imagine it was Tommaso? Just say, for instance, I'm just raising this as a thought. I don't believe this to be true, but imagine Tommaso was already there, back at that casita, and a person that looked like Tommaso, because we didn't really get a good look at them. The person that walks in the garage could have been, as long as it looked pretty close, we wouldn't have even thought. And the driving the car, when JLR saw it, I mean, he's seen him driving. A masked person, you could easily trick somebody, especially in the car like that. So he hides behind that bush there, goes inside. It could be somebody else. And if Tommaso was really already there, they could have
pulled in.
he could have walked out. Yeah, he could have walked out. I'm just suggesting that possibility. I'm not saying that,
No. But can you do me a favor? Can you scroll back to the top of the previous paragraph, I think?
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry, I went too far. This one. This is the first one of those types.
Why am I not? Oh,
we have a caller, Carol. Welcome
I wasn't
to the show.
live.
Carol's here. What's up?
Hi, Carol.
Hello.
Nice to have you.
So do we want to finish with this paragraph or anything?
On February 2nd, KLD and CBS. No. All right, hold on. Right there. Stay right there for a second.
Affiliate.
Oh.
Hello.
First.
Carol,
you there? Hello.
Wait,
Carol?
hold on a minute.
Oh, okay.
Everything is echoing.
Uh-oh. On February 2nd, CBS and Tucson, Arizona received a ransom demand via their online tip portal. The demand listed.
you got to turn your volume down for something.
Address that says receive the ransom.
I have nothing on here.
Is it us echoing in your head, or?
It's like there's something else running.
I don't know.
You might, is your YouTube volume up in the background of it? So this is the first one, Chris. On February 2nd, oh, she left herself again. Affiliate in Tucson, Arizona received a ransom demand via their online tip portal.
Mm-hmm.
So what's a tip portal?
That's
via their online tips, like emails?
Yes, so that's what I was saying. They emailed whoever sent the ransom demand. They emailed the
tip
KOLD first because you can't track the tip line, so there's no way for them to track that.
I get it. So people can feel, so they can
Exactly.
anonymously.
That's why he sent the tip
whistleblowers
first.
could contact journalists. Yes.
Yep. And you can't track it because it's whatever, something to do with the law too. With a tip line like that, you can't. Just like when they have those gun turn-in things, you could bring a gun
anonymously.
To it that
No questions, right?
Yeah, it could be 17 murders, and you could still turn it in and get money, and they can't do anything.
No
It's the
questions
same
asked.
type of thing with a tip line. They said, which is, I mean, Jesus, it's just a way. I don't know. Anyways, I'm trying to determine
in a sense where most kidnappers wouldn't be using that. In a sense where journalism and journalists need to be able to report on things too. It's probably it is. I see what you're saying, but I think more good has come from that than bad.
What, the gun things?
No. The tip line.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
One guy like this uses it, and we can't find him. But think of maybe 99 whistleblowers have saved children or saved people or done stuff. So you don't want people. like the firehouse when they're dropping kids off. You don't want people to be too afraid. You know,
Yep.
you would rather them drop the kid off than be so
Yes.
afraid and then something,
Oh,
them
God.
leave the kid in a dumpster or something like
Most
like
definitely.
scene. So I see what you're saying, no, but interesting. So the next one, what was the next big deal? The family published a video. Now, do you want to watch that? Do we have that? I've never.
I don't have that video.
I can find it. Is that the one where they're sitting on the couch, right?
Yep. Yes, yes.
Might as well, so we might as well do that. Or I'm going to pull it up. And what would I call it? Guthrie Family Speaks, or Guthrie
Probably.
Family. What was it called again? Message. What do they call that again? Publish a video.
Yeah, I forget what it's called. I know the word.
Like when you leave a message to the kidnappers. Video message to the kidnappers.
Think of it. What is that one?
I have it. It popped right up. Right up. The very first one. So let me just see if I have another browser open. No, I don't. So where did that go? Here it is, right here. So it's only 2 minutes and 46 seconds. I think we've all seen this, but for the sake of this article, we might as well throw this in. 2 minutes and 46 seconds.
Appeal for Nancy Guthrie's safe return.
Yes.
Whoever is out there holding our mother, we want to hear from you.
The brother of Today Show host Savannah Guthrie posting this message to whomever may have abducted his mother, asking for proof the 84-year-old is alive now, 6 days after her disappearance and without her critical medication.
We need you to reach out, and we need a way to communicate with you so we can move forward. But first, we have to know that you have our mom. We want to talk to you, and we are waiting for contact.
You have to know if they're alive. You have to know if they have them. And today, the problem is AI generated filming. It's hard to tell. So if they do get some proof of life, that's going to then be turned over most likely to the FBI, where they'll do the technical voodoo they do on it, and they'll identify whether it's AI generated or if it is actually a real proof of life.
The FBI says it's taking seriously a possible ransom note sent to multiple news organizations containing descriptions, including Nancy Guthrie's Apple Watch and potential damage to her home. The note demanded Bitcoin as payment and set a deadline for last night, which is now passed, and another deadline for Monday if the first demands were not met. We're also getting a better timeline of the night Nancy Guthrie was last seen. She had dinner and game night at her daughter Annie's nearby home, arriving by Uber. Police interviewed the Uber driver. Authorities say the family brought her home just before 10. 4 hours later, at 1:47 a.m., a doorbell camera was disconnected. At 2:12, a Nest camera detected a possible intruder, but was not set up to record images. At 2:28, Nancy's pacemaker app disconnected from her phone, which was left behind in the home.
We have nobody of interest or any suspects that you would consider a prime suspect. We're just not there.
The good news is we have a stronger timeline, and you can align all your searches on that, especially the telephone search, into that home. See if find the mistake if the perpetrator made it and probably had a phone on. That would help a lot to go a long way to figure things out.
The FBI is also concerned about other purported ransom notes or hoaxes. They've charged a California man accused of sending a text message to the Guthrie family demanding Bitcoin.
To those imposters who are trying to take advantage and profit from this situation, we will investigate and ensure you are held accountable for your actions.
Law enforcement says they've received no information that Nancy Guthrie is being held outside the country, but they're not ruling anything out. A $50,000 reward is being offered for Guthrie's safe return or the capture of those responsible.
Oops. There we go. Sorry. Hey. Wow. Yeah, we've seen that a million times, but
let me ask you this, and anybody in the chat. We have Derrick Callella, who is just he's a big meth head. That's all he did was meth. Do you really think that he was home watching Nancy Guthrie every single day in front of the TV? like they made a big point out of this too, and it has to come with do you think he was sitting there watching the news from day one? If he had nothing to do with it, do you think he was just sitting there watching the show or the news every day and just said, "Oh, I'm gonna text them"? Because they were the only reason they had said anything on the interview room is because how did he know about the Bitcoin if he wasn't sitting in front of the TV 24/7 to hear about it? He's a meth head. They don't sit in front of anything for more than 5 minutes. So
Yeah.
they were questioning that. I mean, it's a good question, just to figure out how did he know then, So, but again, he's looking.
Yeah,
for
he's
money.
so dumb. The only way he should really know is by first-hand knowledge, because he'd be so dumb he wouldn't be able to find it. Really, you think? That's a
Exactly.
good point in that sense.
That's what they were asking. They were like, "How the hell?" Because they were like, and I mean, I know a meth head, and a lot of people do, and they don't sit in front of TVs watching the news. Sorry, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but
No.
it's not. So that was a question they brought up too. So I still can't
So
believe it.
let's go into this Bitcoin, because I don't really understand it as much, but we won't worry about the Bitcoin. We'll worry more about so on February 4th, shortly after the February 2nd video was published, Annie, the daughter of Nancy, and Tommaso, Annie's husband, each received a text message from phone numbers, blah, 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 stating, so they both received a text from the same, what? So how does he get their numbers to start texting them? Did they say that, or
He got it off of a website. It's
like one of those find me,
something like that,
like
yeah.
info finder type things. So did you get the Bitcoin? We're waiting on our end for the transaction.
Freeze. What did you just read?
Did this one right here? Did you get the Bitcoin?
Next one, please. Next 2 words.
We're waiting
Freeze.
for the transaction.
We are waiting.
That's
Callella asking.
Oh, right.
We are waiting for the transaction. Who's we? It's you, Callella, and who? We are waiting on the transaction, not I am waiting on the transaction.
Yeah.
So who's he talking about? We are.
So why wouldn't they, isn't that, that's pretty, that's an admission. There's more people.
Yeah.
So how
we are waiting,
it's
because
not
if
a bigger
it's
deal.
just you,
So then what do you do then if somebody slips up? Do you then release them like you did today and maybe make them think they're free? Oh, maybe that's what they did it for. Maybe they thinking of the we, and this was all a plan to make him let his guard down, thinking he's going to got a month or two to see who contacts him. And if he's in that rehab place, they'll be able to know who contacts him. It's almost like being in jail for the jailhouse calls. You're probably under strict supervision.
Yeah,
so maybe they're going to see who contacts them.
That line right there is huge. We are waiting. We're waiting for on our end. So who are you talking about, Mr. Callella? That's why these minimal things that are in here that you don't pick up on quick. This is what's helping me get more and more to the opinion that it was a setup. It was known, and it's just now they're just trying to figure their way out, or it was legit, but I still don't think it was legit. And hello, Jenny from the block.
Oh, I forgot. Hi, Jenny. What's up?
Timu's on 1% of battery.
And Carol's here. Hello, Carol's back. You having trouble with your phone or what?
Carol.
Yeah, it kept spitting me out for some reason.
Nice.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you now. Can you hear us?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's a good thing. Did you hear what I just read or no?
Yes.
See, we are waiting on our end. So who's we, Carol?
Tell us, Carol.
That's my question.
Yeah. So
It's-
I'm
it's
still laughing.
plural.
I still can't
More
believe
than
he
one.
used his regular his email. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's going to go down in history as the dumbest thing.
Well, I mean, like I said, you use the voiceover thing, and then you give them your exact email and IP address. God.
What happened to the day? Remember they would cut out letters and kind of piece together and glue them.
Yes,
to like so they can get any.
You're probably
wear
better off
gloves
like
and-
that.
Yeah, it kind of-
Definitely better off like that.
Yeah.
I'm telling you guys, this stuff don't add up. Like,
No, none of it does.
um,
Have you ever in your life seen so many confused people?
no.
No. Everybody that has a hand in this, any of the streamers, any of the guys in this streaming group that we have, it's the same thing. Tell me so when you look at this whole case from above, from day one till right now, what do we know?
Nothing.
Right. There's only two things we know. She's missing, and there was a guy on the front porch. That's all we know. The blood doesn't matter. Whatever happened inside the house right now doesn't matter to me because we don't know. The blood could be staged. The blood could be old. Who knows? So the blood means nothing to me right now, and I don't think we're ever going to find out anything about anything else that went. I don't think we're ever going to hear about the hair that went to Quantico. I just don't. It's
Nothing.
gone. It's hidden. You're never going to hear about it again.
No, it went to Florida first.
And then to Quantico.
Yeah. Okay.
And then if Florida didn't demolish it from running their tests, and then if they packed it correctly and took care of it till it got to Quantico, is it even any good anymore?
Exactly.
Was there anything left of it? So who knows? But I did hear from the guy, one of the guys on the interview room, and he's on the lab too. The Florida place that they used is a great one. It's a phenomenal lab. It's not like a half-ass jackass lab. It's one of the most used in the country.
Right.
So
And that's great.
it's a good thing, but
There's been a lot of theories.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. But yeah, so again, we're back.
My thing is right now, I'm really worried about those 16 children
Oh yeah.
in Ohio.
I haven't seen much on that.
And she's pregnant again. I don't know if you heard me this morning. She's pregnant again. So it will be
sad.
7.
And I think that mom, I think Elizabeth is a victim herself. You guys, honestly.
So? I mean, they've been together since she was what, 15?
Yeah, and he was 18.
Yeah. Yep. Well,
Okay, I do believe she's a victim.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. She has 16 fucking kids. I mean, come on, man. What are you doing? I mean, she's obviously strung out. You can see it.
Well, I don't know. And then I don't know.
But look at the freaking grandparents. Like, really? Dude, I blame them. Like, I mean, come on, dude.
I absolutely.
Okay. Absolutely, it's insane what that house looked like. I don't know if you saw the new pictures that are out today of the
Are
inside.
we moving on from this document, guys?
No, we're gonna go back to it. I just wanted to touch on that. But yeah,
No, me and Chris get on our
but we're
tangents.
I get it.
Yeah, let's.
I don't know. It's up to you. Yeah, I mean, I mean,
but Shivy,
we can move on to that.
Shivy, have you looked into it?
No, not at all. I definitely heard it a few times.
You would be disgusted.
You might not want to look into it.
I heard bad things. Actually, I heard somebody talking about it. The guy was really grossed out. Yeah, I heard
it's disgusting. But yeah, let's finish this, and then if we want, we can talk about it a little bit. If you want, it's up to you.
I feel like
it is late though. So
It's
you want to
terrible.
continue this another
These
time?
children.
No, you can keep going. Yeah, we'll talk about it, Carol. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a live tomorrow, Carol, about it. We can we can jump on and talk about it. The kids, 16. So, yeah, let's finish this out.
Well, the next topics would be he was read his Miranda warnings, and then he admitted stuff. So they throw the Miranda warnings in to say basically what he says here is they can use it because he had already been read his Miranda warnings. So he admitted to sending the text messages to Annie and Tommaso. The defendant did not identify himself on the text messages. He admitted to using all that. So he, after being warned of his rights, he admitted to all this junk.
He just, well, see, that's the other thing. Just bang. He was like, okay, yep, I did this, I did that. It just seems, like there was no, I can't tell you for sure, but it just seems like there was no fight from him. I know they had his IP address and his email and shit, but you would have thought you would have put up some little bit of a stink. I mean, he gave right in. And then next thing you know, he's getting, 5 months, 5 years probation. Sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just was kind of easy.
So what does it mean when the call lasted 9 seconds? What would that imply?
That was the third
it rang
call.
and nobody answered? 9 seconds.
Either nobody answered or it was the little son, and either he or Derrick hung up.
But if a call lasts 9 seconds, that implies that it was answered.
Yeah, I would think so. Or it was a voicemail and he let it run out. But
Carol left this okay?
And the only person that they could come up with was it must have been Annie and Tommaso's kid, because there's nobody left to call. If it was Savannah, you'd know. If it was Cameron, you'd know. But because it's not
the call
said,
lasted 9 seconds, that means it was answered.
That's what I'm thinking. Somebody
has to be. Because if somebody let it ring, you don't get a timing. You get, you don't like, because if you would know when I called, but if I let it ring once and hung up, you don't know if I let it ring for 9 rings or 9 seconds. Yeah. So the phone.
No, I'm saying they answered. Hello, is your mother or dad there? No. Okay, thank you. Bye. Something like that. Something.
Yeah.
But they won't tell you who he called. So, I mean, if it was Savannah, they would say, yeah, he called Savannah too. Or if it was Cameron, oh yeah, it was Cameron. But that's why pointing towards the son, because he probably got all the same information from wherever he was with that website. So, but again, who knows?
How about this? I'm kind of losing my steam. We've been on 4 hours. So how about we'll plan to do we'll look into that other one. We'll do a whole show on it. So tell Carol I'm interested because I want to learn about it.
Where'd she go now?
She left. So, but this is a good time. It's been 4 hours. And
I'm good.
Getting tired, and it's been a good show. So, how about this? We'll plan a something on that tomorrow and get any information Carol wants to talk about, and you can do it, and I'll come to yours and maybe do a stream or something, or in our next time, because I would definitely like to cover that. And there's probably gonna be lots
you're
of
gonna be disgusted, dude. You're gonna go away mad.
Why don't we plan that? Plan a show, and
I will. I'll set it up in the morning. I'll send you everything, and then we'll just go from there.
So it's been a good show. So I'll just shut this one down then. Thanks everyone for being here. You guys are awesome. We'll see you tomorrow. You want to say anything?
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna email you. Hold on 1 second. That's the plea agreement, because I know you like to look through this stuff, and this one's a bit.
There's
longer.
more stuff than this.
But it's only. Let me see. Which one is this? Case USA versus Callella. This is the United States Court Central. This is his. Oh wait a minute, I'm on the wrong. No, document 7. What is this one?
There was one at the end.
Terminated. No, I got another. This one's 15 pages, but I think. This is the arrest and everything. I think.
So there's more documents.
Yeah, but nothing that we would want to talk about. This is just his arrest.
Just this kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, but you'll read that stuff. But you'll read this. You will. I know you will, because it's like, United States Court of California. Because this one's out of California, but it's like, it says his lawyers, the attorneys' names, dates, and check marks, and how much his bail was.
Send it to me, and we'll look at it.
I'll email it.
And
his bail was $20,000.
I'm interested. Oh, go on. 20,000. Wow.
20,000 got him out of jail when he got arrested for the call.
So tell Carol we'll arrange that other one.
Yeah, I will.
My brain's kind of melting. I haven't ate nothing
Yeah.
really at all lately. So
Yeah, no, I'm
All
gonna
right.
go have a drink and I'll set it up and I'll send you the info in the morning.
Good night, Chicky 7. Good night,
Good
Jenny.
night, everyone.
And good night, everyone in our chats. Chris's chat too.
Yes.
Finn,
Definitely.
Timu, Marianne, and Carol. Thanks for calling. Doug, thanks. Carol, if you hear this, a true sleuth. We're gonna do a whole show the next one, so we'll have to have Carol on for sure. So
Yeah,
we'll do a
no,
whole
we'll-
show on that, and I'm
Yes.
definitely interested. So
Yeah, definitely. All right.
thanks,
thank
guys,
you.
and
And-
we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely. All right, guys. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Have a good night, all. Good night.
Good
Sleep
night.
well.
Bye.
See ya.
See ya.
Bye.
Dude, you just touched Christy Boris hoo-hoo. Shippy! Low five. Yeah. Let's get out of here.